And we should be live now. Yay! I think so. I think we're live. Yay! We're live. While I finish a few last things, before I transition us over to the screen, you guys do you.
Oh, I already told my funny story. Someone else tell a funny story.
What kind of funny stories to tell?
No one learned of any surprise infections of your coworkers?
Nope.
Coworkers?
No surprise.
No.
Butt sex.
Yeah.
You guys finished making your other characters?
Pretty close.
No,
I have not even started.
Unfortunately, I haven't gotten started.
I feel like the teacher's pet because I sent Ian a character sheet within like 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
What the hell happened? Okay, there we go.
Ooh, my tea's done. 1 second.
Share away that we are live if you want to.
I already did the tweet.
Oh, thank you. Because we fucking live. We live! Except Dylan's not here because he went to go get his tea. But it's fine. Alright. We're back! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Questionable Role Models. Where not only is our role-playing questionable, but decisions in life and why we're deciding to do this is also questionable. But without getting further into that, let's get started. And we'll start with some character introductions, starting with... let's start with Duke over there.
Hey, I'm Duke. I play Agranax Garthus. He is a half-orc, half-Goliath pugilist of the boxer subgroup. He punches a lot. He loves his friends. He's not like the most sensible fella, but his heart's always in the right place, I think. Last time we had a small history lesson on the tattoo on Agranac's arm, and we'll get back into that later. Alright, I'm done.
Okay, next we have Gia. There.
Okay. Hi, I'm Gia. I'm playing Victor Cannon. He is a Lightborn fighter and paladin. Level 10 fighter, level 1 paladin. Not very good at being a paladin yet. He's a paladin for Hell. Sorry. He's a former actor, and he is hot, but not smart. He's been referred to as a himbo, which I'm not sure he would appreciate, but it's probably accurate.
Alright. Next we have Dylan. That way. I think my pointing's right. Go ahead, Dylan.
I'm playing Zenduri Valur, Order Domain, Cleric of Helm, Water Ganassi, 24, Widowed.
At 24.
Wow, getting into the biography items.
Currently does not know what to do, because she just wants to blow everything up and kill everybody that's evil. But there are not evil people here, and Inspire is getting mad at me. So,
Alright.
And shout out to Robert for liking all my memes first, always, every time.
Oh yeah.
Alright, next we have Tristan playing Michelle.
Hello, I'm Tristan, playing a character called Michel Eldaran. He's a tiefling, he is a bard, likes to swing a sword, is a little mischievous, likes to sneak,
Uh-oh.
Oh god,
not,
he's dead. Oh, he's back.
what's the word, not religious because of, what actions he did last night, and, yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty wild.
And finally, we have Robert.
All
Way
right.
over there.
Hello, I'm Robert, and I'm playing Oscar Iron Fist. He's a dwarven battle rager barbarian slash hexblade warlock, and he's got some weird like plant bark growth growing on parts of his skin, because his demigod god eldritch horror patron boss has plant stuff. So, and he's pretty unsure of where to go from with this whole situation in the city because he's really good at killing people up front, and it turns out there's just a bunch of mind-controlled civilians to kill up front. So,
Yeah,
bit of a conundrum.
definitely a conundrum. All right. Right now, we are missing 2 other players. Ian, who plays Inspira Nagami, and Toby, who plays Rowan. They will join us later, but a quick introduction to them. Inspira Nagami is I believe, a Kensai monk. That's a blue tiefling. And it's basically a monk-like soldier, like trained in the arts of fighting and war under the teachings of Cord, and had it out for these guys until recently. We'll see what Ian's actually thinking when he actually joins us. And Rowan is a half-elf assassin, rogue assassin, who used to be a bird. He used to be a crow, to be specific, and was turned into a half-elf, according to Rowan. And yeah, wants to go back to being a bird. All right. So, as a quick recap, let's you all were in a magnificent mansion that Rowan's brother Dimitri has created. And as you guys were in there preparing and thinking about what you guys should do about the about Drake action and the city that he's kind of taken over, which is the city of Masuriel, by controlling the creators and such. You guys are thinking what you need to do to take him down. Now the issue is that he has control over most of the population of the city, so you don't want to hurt innocent people, and due to that, you have to be a little more restrained with your tactics. He has challenged Victor Cannon to a duel to the death. And in the middle of the square, I guess, or basically like right outside where you guys met before running off into this magnificent mansion. And that's why and that's what you guys are planning on doing initially. And then now the plan is, I personally don't know. I forgot exactly where you ended up. But Dimitri has said, please give him 24 hours. That way you guys can, that way he can create a method for you guys to literally fly up to the floating island in the middle of these formation of islands called the Parhelion, where what's called the main control over a lot of the facets of this mechanical city is in. So with that, we're jumping back in. You guys kind of came up down to a conclusion, but you have about, I'll say, like technically an hour right now before the time that you were supposed to meet Drake is actually happening. Dimitri's in the room, and the foyer, this large foyer, is now turned into this kind of meeting room. Yeah, I know, it's a foyer. Turned into a meeting room, and the only thing in it is a table that there's no chairs. you guys kind of standing around or leaning around on it. And then there's also that weird mechanical canister that Agronak has dragged in that was ripped out from the Clockwork Dragon's chassis. And Agronak was able to easily lift it before, but now cannot lift it for some reason. He tried to pry the canister open, and inside it looked like there was some sort of partially cut rock. But that's as far as you guys could make out of it. So, that's what we're picking back. Take it away!
So, sorry, this is an hour before I was supposed to meet Drake.
This is an hour before, so you guys can do what you want for a little bit. This is just a wee little bit.
Okay.
So, you want to fight him, don't you?
yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would just be not very heroic to not fight him.
And to be fair, he's so
It is.
concerned with his image that he probably would try to actually fight you rather than just scamper off.
I
Right.
think he would, but if things are going bad, he's a wimp. He's gonna pull tricks. He's gonna do some shit. So
Dimitri speaks up and he's like, you know, this is a trap.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
I mean, once all bets are off, like all bets are off, then Aggie just sort of pounds his fist.
Dimitri then looks at Rowan and kind of gestures him over, and then as he goes over to Rowan, he taps what's called Inspira on the shoulder and brings him kind of to just talk to them, kind of away from you for a moment. So
We've been talking in circles for like the longest time. Dimitri keeps shooting down our ideas, then coming back to them saying they're his ideas, and they
Yeah.
work. So, like, I just want to do what Inspira did, and maybe strategically attack some locations. I don't know about you guys.
Some locations.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the hell, the place where they put the machines together and then they move.
the fact
The Dragon Factory.
That's a thing.
Okay. So you want
I
to
mean,
do
you-
that while I'm fighting him, or?
Yeah, I was thinking
Okay.
Michelle can turn invisible.
He can.
correct.
He can chill out hiding with you while you go to confront him. If it's a trap, he can teleport you away and then you guys can meet us.
Wow.
Moogly speaks up. This large. I'm gonna describe her again real quick. Actually, Dylan, you could describe her. 'cause Moogly
This
is-
large cow-looking chick. No, well, technically. What's the race called again, Pete? It's been a while.
Furbolg.
Furball, thank you. This large bovine is standing at 6'8", very fluffy purple fur. And she looks
Aw.
like a mix between your grandma and the bouncer at like the local TGI Fridays.
So if your grandma was really badass at
Yeah.
and worked for TGI Fridays.
I'm trying to picture a bouncer at a TGI Fridays. That's the harder part to imagine.
I just keep imagining a Furbolg Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
but a lady.
Yeah, but she, she seems to care a lot about Zan, and because of that, care for you guys. She speaks up, and I believe she has a. Give me a second. Damn it.
What modifier?
No. What weapon does she have on her?
Mace of Disruption.
Okay, so as she kind of like lifts off the mace off the floor, she looks at you, Zan, and goes, "Well, I'm sure everything will turn out all right. Helm watches over all of us every day."
I know, he
Yes.
watches every day, but like some days he doesn't intervene.
Well, it wouldn't be fair for the rest of the people that don't believe in him if he did. And that's where we come in, Zan. We're the intervention.
Yeah.
I know it kind of makes sense and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Victor's puzzling on that one a little bit.
I feel like Helm's intervention's prone to failure.
Mm,
Uh, the old,
hasn't been
the
the
old
best.
saying goes, if you don't do it properly, Helm probably would have. So it's mostly the our actions on this plane that fail, not his.
Victor, have you learned that saying yet?
No, I guess I better write it down. I pull out one of my signed pictures and write it on the back.
We'll
Alright.
get you a book.
Yeah, I don't have much paper besides these.
Okay. You
So
could.
does anyone know the layout of this city? Can we pick buildings? What are we gonna do? And Spears jerking off Rowan back there. So
What's called
Hmm?
Inspira and Rowan turn back to you guys, and you could see that they have nets. And Rowan's like, I don't want to do this.
They have what?
They have nets in their hands.
Nets.
Yeah. And they're simple nets made of rope, hempen rope, it seems like, and you can see there's like tiny little weights on the end of it to, actually weigh down whatever they're gonna catch. And what's called Dimitri turns and goes, you just need to do this. If you want to make it up to Parhelion with the rest of your idiot friends, then you just need to catch a few birds. And I get it. There's a bit of a emotional thing you're dealing with, but get over it. Because you said this is what you want. Rowan rolls his eyes, reluctantly agrees, and Spiro is like, alright, well, this will help us get up there. Fine.
I must whisper in Zan's ear. This is gonna be cannibalism.
Aw.
I'd like to see that.
Huh?
What?
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 Huh?
Nothing. It's a birdie bird world.
Bird world. Dimitri's like, now, are you all ready? This mansion's
Us?
gonna drop pretty soon.
Oh, I guess.
So, Mish and Victor go and try and do this thing, and we try and take
Target
something
somewhere
important.
else. It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I'm personally against it, but if it's what Victor wants, let Victor have it.
Yes. Yes, I think I need to fight him and just end this. It's partly because of me that this is happening, so I need
Is
to.
there anything you can help Victor out with, Sam, before you leave? Because
There's a lot of things I could do, but not that would stay with him.
okay.
Most of my spells, require being there.
Do you have the one where when someone dies, they come back up?
That would have been smart.
Wait, you didn't take that knowing that there's a fight going?
Honestly, I figured Victor was gonna be able to do the job no problem. So I'm
Uh,
sorry my belief in his ability overshadows my belief in Helm.
I mean, to be fair, Victor probably has this in the bag.
Exactly.
Right, I mean,
Oh.
of course, but at the same time, would have been nice to know that we have that as a fallback, but it's
Would have
alright.
been nice.
At this point, Moogly kind of turns over and she's like, "It's a good thing I took it."
Okay, see, that's my gal Moogly.
And
has
she
my
messes up
back.
your hair, and you feel the Death Ward cast upon you.
Death Ward.
I was looking for that on her spell list, and you know what? It's fine. It's on there.
What does that do?
Moogly?
I think it's for 8 hours.
Yeah, it's 8
Yes.
hours. If you drop to 0 HP, you stay at 1 HP instead.
So basically, you have 2 of that because you have a racial ability to do that.
Oh man,
So
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
you should just throw yourself off some cliffs. You'll be fine.
Oh no. I need to save it.
you should get swallowed
Little
by a
against
purple
that
worm, then dropped off a cliff a few times.
You'd win every bet.
Win 2 bits.
Is there going to be a lot of people outside this mansion waiting for us?
Well, who knows? But whatever is the case outside, I'm sure they would have been knocking if they realized it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what
I'll
are we
be
doing
in
then?
this. I'll be near this area. find a way to hide again. So
Are we splitting up? Are we just all going Victor?
I don't care what you all do.
I'm not talking to you, man.
Well,
Oh.
we
Gotcha.
just said that Michelle and I are gonna go together, and I'll fight Drake, and the rest of you go to the factory.
Right. Do we know where the factory is?
I mean, we never made it to the one factory we were originally heading to.
Doesn't
I've been to a factory.
Michelle,
yeah.
Agranak, and Inspira have been to the actual location of the factory. Michelle, it would be harder for you to get there because it was your first time, and you mostly follow Inspira. And same with Agranak. Agranak, you might be able to lead them. I'll let your survival check be flat, but you do remember the direction, and it isn't on this island. You have to cross the bridge to the main island that connects to the mainland, which I can get the name if you guys want, but I don't think you guys care. You guys have to get to South Kier, basically. You guys are on Yanoa.
Okay.
Yanoa.
Before we leave. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Aggie, remember, it's over the bridge. I don't remember much about where it was, but I remember it was like the north end of the island, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that.
Okay, and with that, I'm just gonna inspire him.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna. I kind of look at my component pouch and I go, "Oh, I do have a spell," because I wasn't looking when I said that.
So, what
So-
spell do you have?
I'm gonna cast Aid.
Okay, what does that do?
I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
Whoa.
Oh.
Is that like
Victor?
20 temp HP?
That is 5, 10, 15.
Wait,
Wow.
5 is normal. So
Then
10, 15, 20.
15. It's at 4th level.
Fourth
It's a
level.
second level spell.
Oh, it's a
Oh, it's a
second
second
level
level?
spell. I
Yeah.
thought it was first. Yeah, above
No.
second. Yeah, so it's 15.
For each slot above. Yeah.
15 temporary HP.
No,
Yeah,
your hit
nice.
point maximum is increased by
Oh.
15.
Oh,
So that
Yeah, but
means
we mark
just-
it on temporary HP because it's confusing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just mark it on temporary, but that 15 is unique, as in if you get healed and get that extra 15 back. And
Back up to it.
Yep, and it's for 8 hours, so
Okay.
Nice.
I give it to Victor, I give it to myself, and I give it to, I look at Duke and Oscar, and I look at Michelle, then look at Duke again.
Who's Duke?
Who's that?
He's that weird guy in the back.
He's
It's
been in
Agranak. He's
since-
got his dukes up.
Yeah,
I
there
like
you
it.
go.
I give it to
Yeah.
Michelle.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
my immersion. It's okay. All right. So,
So hopefully nobody dies. It's not my fault this time.
all right.
Alright.
Okay.
Victor,
So
if we all leave the mansion at this point in time?
I guess so. If
Okay.
it's time.
Victor,
Yeah.
Michelle, you
Hold
guys
on.
walk out, and the city seems busy. You know, it looks like it's the normal city. You could hear the what's called, you could hear some clockwork watchmen just kind of making their way down, like the smaller versions. You could also hear the people kind of selling their wares and things like that outside. Yeah.
Okay.
From the
Well-
alleyway where the door's at. All
is
right.
this where we're splitting up?
I guess
I
so.
feel so.
Yeah.
Victor, mind if we find an alley? I need to,
You
get
guys
my-
are in an alley.
Oh, we're in an
Another
alley.
alley.
What do you need to do
Okay.
in the alley?
You know my Pegasus?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't feel like walking around in the city with all these mind-controlled people. I prefer to
Oh.
fly over.
Okay.
Plus,
sure.
it'd look way more majestic. You
That's
land in with the
true.
Pegasus? Yeah.
How
That's
long till
true.
the duel's supposed to happen, Pete?
What?
How long till the duel's supposed to happen?
I guess about 30 minutes from now.
Okay.
So you,
Uh,
if you guys want to set up, you guys can. But there are people around right now. They're still around.
Okay. Before Victor leaves with Michelle, I'm gonna walk up and put my hand on his flame rapier.
Okay.
Like, just in case you need it. Good luck. I'm gonna cast
Um,
Holy Weapon on it.
Okay.
Oh man.
weapon.
Attacks with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on hit.
Yeah.
So basically, your sword now does 1d8 rapier damage, 2d6 for the flame tongue aspect of it, and then 2d8 on top of
Yep.
that.
For every single swing.
That's so strong.
Wow. Okay, so
Throw in an action surge. Have some fun.
yeah.
Do you know how to create an additional like damage block thing?
No.
Okay. Well, while I help with that, okay, Rowan's here. But while I help with that, let me go talk to let me just help Gia out with that real quick.
Okay.
You guys can talk and roleplay.
I forget my
Nice.
name.
So,
By the
you
way,
guys.
Hello.
Hi, Toby.
Hello.
So, you guys should probably go headed towards the factory at this point in time.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Do you guys
Right.
need any help?
I think we should be fine. We're not going to be able to sneak past anybody because everyone here is over 6 feet tall except for me. So we'll stand out.
I'm
I
not
don't count
6
you.
feet
You're
tall.
literally just a massive, muscular dwarf.
Word
I mean,
of
I
mouth-
might be 4 feet wide, but I'm only.
Just a square.
Jeff can help you. If you guys do decide to knock some people out, if they're in a caravan or whatever, then you can sneak over the bridge.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Also, keep in mind, at the end of the bridge, they do have some guards that see magical invisibility illusions. Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
don't
did
be using any illusions.
when you were sneaking your way, did you like meet anyone who like immediately knew that you weren't mind controlled, or did they act normal to you?
They acted quite normal.
Um,
When I was sneaking on the premise, I did have my hood up. No one noticed. I did end up changing my face, so
Okay. So we should
I
put some
don't know
hoods
about-
on.
if you're in the factories especially, they probably are expecting your faces.
But at least
True.
until then, if we're not advertising ourselves, they might not immediately attack. Just walking there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, guess we'll have to raid a clothesline or something.
Yeah.
I mean-
I have a disguise kit. I think.
You got
Hold
enough fabric in there to cover all our faces?
on. Hold on. Yes, I do have a
Do
disguise
have a
kit.
lot of face.
Hmm.
I mean, I could do makeup, or you could wear a different outfit.
I don't think we have time to make everybody up right
That's
now.
true. Okay, well, you can pull out whatever you want and cover your face, I guess.
I'm gonna take my backpack off and start rummaging through it and pull out this really dusty, like tightly folded pack. Like, this is what I got when I first left for my mission. That's my priest pack. I haven't really opened it in like 2 years. I think there's stuff in here.
Okay, like what?
I open it up and I
Why do
pull
you
out like.
carry stuff if you?
Honestly, it's supposed to be for like good appearance and whatnot to get followers, but like, look at my armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
I
point.
open it up and I pull out a pair of white robes with the helm symbol right on the front, and I just slide it over my armor.
okay.
Looks a little tight.
Yeah,
A little
well,
bulky.
it works.
Hey,
I don't know
hey,
about you
Victor. With that disguise kit of yours, do you think you could like just put a little red like in the cracks of bark on my arm? I could just be like a leprosy victim or something.
Oh, sure. That'll work. Do I need
Hey, Agronak, I got a blanket I can just throw over you.
Mark, how long has it been since I got thrown by the dragon?
It's been a day. You guys had a long rest.
Cool.
What?
I think I got it.
Okay.
He's gonna say.
Anyone need my blanket? So I have a blanket.
By the way, I do want to explain to Rowan what's happening. Dimitri called you and Spear over and said he needs one thing. He needs a few things to allow you guys to fly up to Parhelion, and that is birds. He needs
He's gonna tie a
live
bunch of birds to a
birds.
chair and then like have us float up there.
Magic.
And I said that Rowan was annoyed with this. he did reassure you that he won't kill them, but he also said that you're not a bird anymore. So,
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
well, he said he needed birds to allow you guys to fly up to Parhelion after 24 hours. The only thing is, he gave you guys nets and told you guys, you and Inspirit, to catch them. He said you might have, you'll probably know where they're gonna be. You know, you have personal experience, Rowan. You
Just
showed.
to add into the drama, the quote was, "Get over it," I believe Dimitri told Rowan.
Yeah, basically, get over it. Like, you're not a bird anymore, get over it.
Damn.
But, yeah. Either way,
Dimitri's an ass.
he is. So let's move on. Yes, we get it. He's an ass. All right. So, did all of you guys walk out of the mansion now?
I'm sure it disappeared at this point.
Yeah.
I have a-
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
straight behind him.
We were
I have my set of fancy dwarven outfit wrapped around my head like I'm a terribly diseased person.
Okay. Is there any other types of touch-ups you're doing? Victor, if you're applying stage makeup and stuff like that, I need you to give me a charisma-based check for that.
Of any kind.
No. There is a... You have
Oh,
it
just-
in tools?
In my
In
tools.
the bottom left.
No, I don't have it as like a special button.
Okay. Give me a second then.
I can just do a charisma check.
Add your proficiency modifier.
Okay. And then so
Oh yeah.
it's 9,
Yeah.
but not great still.
Yeah. As you're applying the makeup, it's not. It's you know, everyone's
Victor,
kind of
that's not your
sticky
shade.
and oily. You don't have the nice setup. You just have this kind of like little box with a few things and a few clothing and
Well, I'm a little nervous.
yeah.
You're spilling the liquid mascara everywhere.
So yeah, it doesn't really turn out well, but everyone is in you know, most
It's like
of you
that
guys
scene
are.
from the new Joker movie where you put the makeup. Oh my god. All
I
right, go on.
haven't seen that.
Oh.
All right. So, you guys are now out in the city. The people seem to be acting normal. Everything's going, you know, like every day. As some of you guys make your way out into the streets, some of the vendors are trying to call you over and say, hey, you know, look at my wares. Buy these vegetables. You need your protein. You know, you need your fiber today.
vegetable protein.
You get your vegetable protein. They don't know. Who knows? As
They're
far as they know,
brainwashed.
everything's protein. Done. But so yeah.
No.
Victor,
Good luck,
you know,
Victor.
you go around the corner of the building, like on the one of the main kind of walkway and roads with Michelle.
I thought we were.
We were Pegasus.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you were in the alleyway summoning a Pegasus. All right.
Yeah.
I need 10 minutes.
All right. So you guys are doing that. Everyone else is heading to the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Inspira and Rowan are going to get some birds. Rowan, are you actually going to get some birds, or are you going to stick with some of the other guys?
You know what? He takes offense to that comment, so he's gonna rebel and he's gonna go with somebody else.
All right. So which group are you going to actually go with?
Give me the groups again.
Okay, so it's Zan, Agranak, and Oscar and Moogly who are headed towards one of the factories. The other group is Victor and Michelle, who are going to fight Drake Action, and if Victor is having trouble, they're going to leave help by using Michelle's magic.
I feel like logically, Victor and Michelle are gonna need backup. However, it's Rowan, so I'm gonna go with the other group.
Okay, got it. You're gonna go with the other group. Yeah, so you look at the net in your hand, and you're like, yeah, fuck this. You just
Fuck
kind of,
this.
yeah, you toss the net into the, like, onto, like, a ongoing cart, and then making your way, following.
Bird
I'll-
is.
Huh?
So I'll show you where bird is.
Yeah. And you follow Agranax and Oscar and Moogly. And do you want to follow them by catching up to them, or like, sneaking but keeping an eye on them?
He's not gonna catch up to them, but he's also not gonna sneak.
Okay. So you're just gonna follow behind them, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they notice, they notice.
Yeah. All right. Michelle, you go to
Yep.
summon the Pegasus,
After 10 minutes.
and what's called? You cast your spell, and the Pegasus appears in front of you. I believe you named it Victoria, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Victoria.
I believe it looks like a fey-like stag with wings. And that's
Very much so, yeah.
Yep, that's the Pegasus. It kind of greets you. It closes its eyes and kind of like puts its head against your hand.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So, Victor, and I cast another spell. I'm just creating my big chest. How are you? You excited for this fight?
Excited? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As you see me,
I'm excited to kick his ass.
I expect you would. And I start grabbing some stuff out of the chest for preparation. Victor,
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever told you this, but I do look up to you. And
Wow.
in the chest, you see
'Cause he's
there
taller.
is your at the
taller.
very top of the chest. You see that I have your autograph that you gave me just taped to
Aw.
it.
Well, thank
Well-
you. That's nice.
I honestly hope you do well in this fight. You deserve it.
Thank you.
As a man in acting as well, you're 10 times what I could be, and
Aw.
I don't know. Good luck.
Well, thank you. Your support means a lot to me.
Um,
I definitely feel a little better knowing that you'll be there.
as you guys are
My cl-
talking, you guys would realize something interesting. The busy street starts to thin as people, one by one, kind of either go into nearby buildings or walk farther away from sight here.
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone in like 30 seconds.
As the people are thinning, you realize no one is talking to you guys or trying to get your attention. Like the sellers, they're all starting to kind of fade.
Well, Victor's first, and I point to the Pegasus.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you gonna have your Pegasus nearby? Like, let me know where you want to kind of set up. I will. Here, I'll give you guys a map so you could set up, and then we'll deal with this.
So there is a map.
Yeah, there's a map for this one. There isn't a map for what the other group is doing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make a good factory map that I liked. I tried. I had 3 versions and they all looked bad.
It's okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, a little disappointing. So here is the city. When the city starts to kind of fade away from people where they're not around. And I know the rest of you guys can't see what's going on because you're not on the map. So look on the stream.
At least
Good
I can
advice.
see the entire map. I don't know why, but
I don't know why.
It's probably because it's been preloaded from the last fight.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, you might be not able to see where they are.
Oh,
But
okay.
continue.
We can
You
see
guys.
everything. Go on.
Well, we should probably look around, see what's going on with the town.
Well, have we already arrived in the place?
This was supposed to be the place.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's quiet here.
Yeah, it's quiet
Okay.
here.
I'm going to draw my sword and say action.
Okay. Your sword starts to glow red hot as if it's been sitting inside a fireplace for a while.
And I'll pull out my thunder knife as well.
Okay.
As I see Victor's getting prepared, I just pat him on the shoulder. Good luck. I'm going to buff all your strength rolls.
Whoa. Oh,
And I'm also going to give you inspiration.
thanks.
Okay.
So many wonderful gifts today. I hope I don't die. I hope I can use them well.
You land one natural 20, everybody dies around you.
Also with never mind.
So enhance ability, strength rolls.
Any strength checks you do.
Oh,
That means if you try to like grapple him or whatever,
oh. Strength check.
You have
How much
advantage.
does it add?
it's an advantage.
It's advantage. Okay.
On strength checks, yeah. Not attacks, though.
Guess
Alright.
I better grapple him.
So, give Victor buff. Are you still gonna be in the street with him?
I hop onto my Pegasus and we just go over a couple houses down on rooftop.
Okay. You can move both your characters to wherever.
I'll probably. This is a tall building, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The tallest one is this technically, but so it's hard. You can't see Victor from this one. but-
Okay. Well then, I'll hop over. Then.
Okay. So. All right. So Michelle, as you make your way up there, you could see a few things. The clockwork guards and the watchmen that have been around the area have kind of disappeared, but you could see in the distance there's a small group of them walking and marching. And walking in front, followed by a group of what's called the like civilians and stuff like that. Behind him is Drake Action walking in front of the mechanical guards, and sorry, I'm trying to move a few things around. So a group of the clockwork guards and the people and stuff that are following from all three corners around. They're kind of starting to gaggle and move closer to you all. And they kind of come to a stop. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking. Think about what they're going to do, and they come to a stop right around here.
Oh,
And I'm
there
gonna-
they are.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
didn't see
start.
them for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys.
Oh my. It's several people.
Yeah.
Several more people.
Yeah, there are more. Okay. So, Victor, you realize you're basically surrounded at this point. Michelle, give me a quick perception check.
Okay. 18.
18. Yeah, you could see that amongst the group of people, there aren't, they look like they're not angry. They look, curious. Some of them are chanting Drake's name. You could see that the guards are. Oh, what? No.
What's wrong?
Thanks, Dylan.
What's wrong?
It's gone.
It's gone. Huh?
None of your business.
None of your business, Gia.
What?
No, it was something on the map that I didn't see until now. I thought, oh well.
A technical error.
You know what? Now I'm just gonna change the number, and it's either gonna go up or down, and you guys don't
Better
know.
go down.
Better go down my ass. No, we'll see.
Wait, what?
We'll see.
Just roll a 1 or 2, up or down.
All right.
Yeah.
But Victor, standing about, I'll say right now it's 50 feet in front of you is Drake. Behind him, 3 clockwork watchmen, accompanied by a giant clockwork guard, and a group of people. Drake, Michelle has. You're not invisible, right?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Drake looks up, sees that you're there, kind of gives a wave, and then looks towards Victor.
He
This
doesn't.
is it.
So,
This is just you and me, huh?
Well, not really. You brought
Oh no,
several people here.
they're not. They're just here to watch. You know, a good show.
That's not really traditional in a duel.
Well, a good duel always has a crowd of people to know who the victor will be.
No, that's a boxing match. That's not a duel. This idiot.
I feel like the crowd's a little biased.
Yeah, that too. I don't know if I could hear Michelle.
Are they that bothersome to all of you? These normal individuals that
No.
mean nothing?
I find them to be bothersome because we agreed on a duel against each other, and granted, I did bring one person, but that's my second. That's standard.
As a master of sneaky stuff, I know when sneaky stuff is going down. So I'm here just to make sure you don't have any
Exactly.
funny tricks.
So are we all screaming to each other from? We must be, right?
Yeah, you guys are talking a little loud here. Like,
If needed,
Stage
I,
projection.
yeah,
if needed, I would fly down just so I can.
you have to
actually
kind of
have a
project so
conversation.
everyone can hear. Yeah, Michelle,
I
you're
know.
you're sitting on the side, your feet are dangling, watching this happen.
It's a little bothersome.
Well, Victor, you could give me a persuasion check.
I'm sorry. Is that you as the DM or Drake Action asking me for a persuasion check? I can't tell.
It's me as the DM. Please give me a persuasion check.
Okay, you use
To
Vic-
train.
use Drake's voice.
Oh, okay, sorry. It was on my mind. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh,
Now he
okay.
drowns them all.
When you say that it's, you know, kind of unfair, Drake rolls his eyes like, well, fine. If you don't want to give them a show, I guess we could just have the tabloids print out exactly what happens afterwards.
Fine by me. I'm very photogenic.
He kind of turns and to everybody, and he's like, "All right, get lost." And as he says that, everyone goes from cheering him on, and then starts to disperse and walk back.
If they actually get lost.
No, they don't.
Everyone's wandering around.
Where am
completely
I?
lost.
Yeah, as they walk away from the location.
Yay. And the guards too.
No.
Well, Drake,
See, now there's no one. There's no audience.
what about these multiple robots? Robots.
They're here just in case you want to run. Or if you have hidden friends among the alleyways.
Well,
You kinda,
again,
like, peers into the alleyway here, and then peers into the alleyway there.
we
I'm
agreed.
the only one.
Yeah, we agreed that you and I were gonna fight, not you and me and some robots.
Well, I still think this is fair. Here, how about I have him step back? God damn, Gia. You always do this. Alright, how about I have him step back 10 feet? Give us a little breathing room. I say that's fair.
Fine, I don't want to argue about this stupid stuff anymore. Let's just fight. Drake A, as it says on the map,
Yeah, I simplified it.
as if there was another Drake.
Can I do an insight check on Drake to see if there's any funny business he's doing?
Yes, you can. Give me an insight check.
Ooh, a whole good 5.
Wow.
He seems
Clean as
confident.
a whistle.
He seems confident. He has a breastplate on, and it looks fancy. You know, there's no sigils or anything weird or interesting on it. Like, your insight on him is like, he looks confident, but he doesn't look as prepared as you thought he'd be, if anything.
Okay.
Like, even with the insight of that, like, you know, he's not in like this crazy
little
decked
cocky.
out armor, like, you know, some crazy knight. No. He seems like he's comfortably dressed. Yeah, and here to fight. So Drake goes, "That better? Is that better?" And he kind of like reaches in.
Not really. I'm gonna attack him right now.
As he's
No, I can't go that far. I can't. I could run that far and do an action surge. Here we go.
Usain Bolts him.
Can I actually do this?
Wait,
Oh, that was 40
where
feet.
were
You have 40 feet.
I thought it was
with your
50 feet
regular
away.
It
movement.
was 50.
Oh, it is 50.
So
Oh, is it 50?
I could
Oh.
dash.
Yeah, because you were here. So you have a movement speed of 40 feet, right?
Yes, because of my boots.
Okay, so I need you to roll initiative,
Fine.
and I'll
I'm-
say if you beat him on the initiative,
I
you'll
get a
catch him off guard, even though he is kind of ready to fight. He doesn't have his weapon drawn or anything.
Hmm.
You have inspiration if you'd
Use
like.
the inspiration.
Oh yeah, inspiration.
Yeah, you can use it for initiative. Don't forget.
Nice.
18.
18.
A whole 18, eh?
That's a good one.
All right. Well, oop, that's not it.
Don't give the robots.
No, those were from previous combat stuff. So don't worry.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Can I
Watch you just
insight
fall
check the
through
DM?
right through Drake's form.
Uh,
Fool, you absolute fool. You thought I'd be out here, really?
Okay, so yeah, here, let me just add your turn. You rolled an 18, right?
mhm.
Okay. Drake rolled a 8.
Wow. I didn't even need my inspiration, but that's okay. I really beat him.
Yeah. All right.
That's all
So,
that matters.
give me a second while I change the music before we start. Battle music. And we'll go with general combat 1.
This isn't just a general combat, Peter. This is a duel
Okay,
The
fine.
Battle of Champions.
of the
Uh,
greatest
that-
acting minds this world has ever seen.
Oh, that's true.
Victor Cannon
Is that better?
and
This
only
one's
Victor.
fine.
Wait, do you what?
I like that one. It kind of sounds like West Side Story, where there's like a lot of horns, like da da da, like that one.
Let me see if I can figure this out. Is this it?
Hold on, I can't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is it, right?
Yeah, this one's good. Anyway, I feel like there's one that's even jazzier, but this one's good. All right.
Give me a second. I really want to find this now.
There's like a percussion fucking group and like a brass group in the alleyway. Just
You know what? I'm just gonna leave the intense counter to, you know.
No, this one's good. I just feel like there's another one that's like
All right.
a little more
I know
fun.
which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
good.
It's like,
So
yeah.
there is one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum,
yeah, it's like
ba-da,
really
ba-da-da.
high energy.
Okay, give me a second. I don't think
No.
this is it.
No.
Nope.
Gonna stop.
I like it though.
So guys, we're playing D&D.
Hey, music is important. Okay.
Welcome to our jazz D&D group.
Yeah.
Is that playing? I can't hear anything on this one.
No, not right now.
There's
No.
nothing playing.
No.
Now it is.
Is it
Yeah,
playing?
it's going. There's like some bass in the background, and now some like snare drums.
I don't hear anything.
I can't hear it either, and I'm connected to you, so
Okay.
just do the first one. It's fine. Sorry, I didn't. I thought you would know what I was
No.
talking about right away. So
Is this it? I don't hear anything now. I think my music.
No, neither do I. God, you broke it, Peter.
I broke it. I broke the. Damn it!
broke
This
the
is what happens when we.
Sorry.
Yeah, bro,
I was trying to create a fun atmosphere.
No, I know it's fine. We won't cut this out on YouTube when we post it because too much work.
I can hear it. It's really quiet. Really quiet.
It shouldn't be.
Just go back to the first song.
Next time we have a combat and you play it by accident, we'll have you write it down.
Yeah.
It'll be Victor's theme.
Victor's
Okay.
theme.
Bum, bum,
There was like some mandolin or something in that one.
Hmm.
I don't hear anything.
Oh no.
I like to imagine 5 people just pop out of that fruit stand with just instruments.
Yeah.
Well then, Drake, let us begin.
Someone has 2 leeks as percussion.
Perfect.
Drake is mid being chest stabbed, and he's just like, no, 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 that's the wrong theme song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think our Chrome version just crapped its pants.
Oh.
Jeez, thanks, roll 20.
Sorry.
Thanks, Obama.
And it's like none of the music is working.
Oh, Obama.
That's an old meme.
I know. I
Mhm.
just miss him.
Is this it? I don't think this is it. Okay.
I don't think so. It's fine. Just go back to the first one.
Okay, fine. Whatever. This is it. I don't care. I chose one.
That one's great. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fight!
So wait, let's move the proper amount of spaces.
Oh, damn.
So I'll say you have a surprise route. As he looks up, surprised, he goes to reach in for his rapier.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, my plan was to dash and then action surge.
Well, if you do have a surprise round, you could spend your entire surprise round just using movement and action to get up to him, and then next turn your initiative will be at the top,
That's true.
so you'll be able to immediately attack him with your full turn.
Okay. Yeah. Oops. I went too far. Okay. I went
Speedy
past it.
Gonzalez.
okay,
My
so you're
momentum.
here. Each click, you could just use your like button, and each click is 5 feet. So you could
I know.
do 8.
Fine.
So you don't speed past him. Okay.
I mean, I
Those
already
boots of
backed up. It's
speed.
fine. Why did I have to redo that?
No, because you can only go 40 feet on your turn.
But I had backed up to be there. It's fine. Okay, let's just fight.
Okay. All right. So on your first turn, you just run up this far,
Yep.
and then as you see, he pulls out his rapier, but you keep running and you catch up to him, and it's your turn. That was 10 feet of your 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
Go get him!
Okay. As you lunge at him with your flame tongue, the first strike, he manages to bring his rapier and deflect it. And then with your second strike, as you go to stab at him, he sees his arm is, too far away. He brings his left hand up, and you could see a barrier kind of form up in front of him, and take the impact for it as your blade hits.
On the second one?
Yeah, on your second attack.
I forgot to do this one. Won't make a
I
difference.
thought this was
Okay.
a surprise round.
No, surprise round was running. Then it's
Oh.
yeah. So this is Victor's technically second turn. So
Okay, well, I'm going to disengage then.
okay, you're gonna bonus action you don't.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, use your action to attack.
Yep, I'm done then.
Okay,
I got it.
you still have a movement and bonus action.
So then I'll disengage.
You can only disengage as an action.
Oh, okay.
Rogues can disengage as a bonus action.
Well,
And monks can
I
too.
forgot to tell you that I'm a rogue. Okay. All right.
She's so good of a sneak, she's kept it this whole campaign.
Exactly. All right. Well, then I'm gonna stand there and get in my stance to deflect, I guess.
Okay. All right. Next is it's Drake's turn. Drake is going to. You see the shimmering shield drop. Then he smirks at you and says, "Is that too much?" And then he's going to strike you. That is only a 11 to hit, and then that's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. As he jabs you with the rapier, it hits you. You take 6 points of piercing damage, and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
You knew. Oh yes.
Okay, yeah. You feel
like the
that, like,
satisfaction in your
it just grazes you,
Yeah.
on your arm, and as you, try to go to block it, it actually catches you off guard, and he manages to nick your arm, and you feel your what's called arm feel numb for just a moment, and then it comes back, and he smiles as he is gonna start making his way over and around.
Well, I would get an opportunity attack.
No, he did not leave your attack area.
Just circled around you.
Only if he does something like this instead of your attack range.
Okay. Alright.
All right. So, your turn.
kick his ass.
I am just gonna try to grapple him.
Okay.
So is that a strength check?
It's a strength check contested by his acrobatics. It's a athletics check. Your athletics check contested by his acrobatics or athletics check.
Whatever
Which you
is
have
lower, I
advantage
think he
on.
should use.
He won't. He'll use what is appropriate for him. Okay, so roll your. Yep.
Ooh. Oof.
Even with advantage.
Give me a second. Okay.
Too soon, Gia. Too soon.
I don't know, just trying a new technique.
It is. He rolls. It's a 14, and as you go to kind of dive at him, he kind of backs out of the way, and laughs at you. Even
That's
more.
considered one of your attacks,
Yeah.
which means you can attack again if you'd like.
Or you can try to grapple again. if you'd
I'll try to grapple him again.
like. Okay.
Yeah. Do it.
Bear hug him.
Hey!
Yeah.
21!
As he's as he's about to mock you, and you quickly kind of quickly close the distance in on him,
Yeah.
and manage to kind of grab a hold of his clothing, so you have him, right in front of you. He's grappled. His movement is 0. It's your action. You have a movement and bonus action.
Can I stab him as a bonus action? Like I usually use my thunder knife as bonus action.
You had the dagger and rapier in one hand. My thought was you probably just put the dagger away real quick.
That's true. It's
And
okay.
I am allowing that to be a free action when it should be a bonus action. So
Headbutt his face.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Can I just kick him or something? Like, what can I do as a bonus action at this point? Anything useful?
Spit on him.
Spit on him?
I mean,
Call him a mean name?
there's
Yeah.
there's not too much if you're looking at damage wise, unless
Okay.
you have specific feats or abilities.
Damage
and
his
stuff.
feelings.
Damage his feelings.
Mock his lineage.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna action search.
Okay.
And I'll use my flame
Oh.
tongue.
Stab him like multiple times.
Well, I can only do the one stab, I think.
No, you get all your
Oops,
attack
I did
action
it by-
back.
Sorry, I was still on advantage.
It should be, isn't it? They're grappled.
Because he's grappled, is it still advantage?
Wait,
Yeah.
you're doing action search?
Oh,
Yeah.
Robert, you're,
No, I don't-
Robert, you're muted.
Ah, I was muted. If you shove him prone, then you can get advantage on it.
Oh.
Okay.
But as is grappled just means they can't move away from you.
Okay. So, as always, I wasted my action surge.
Well, no,
No,
you,
you have
you
one more
still
attack.
You get your full range of
Oh, I
attacks.
do.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
you get multi attack basically.
and
The
that
13 hit.
Oh, you're right.
No.
Okay.
13 did not hit.
Alright,
No.
sorry everyone. It's been a long week.
Oh.
Again, as always,
Well,
I
you can't
wasted.
use the thunder knife because you have to stow it away, grab him with one hand.
Sorry,
But it's
you're
still
right.
principle.
Doesn't
Yep.
All right,
it? Neither one hit anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
all right.
You've got fingers of steel, but you're just not aiming very well.
No.
He's gonna
Victor,
he's
aim
gonna
for the cracks
The cracks.
in the armor.
Oh.
he is going to attempt to break out He rolled a 13. Give me an athletics check, please.
With advantage.
Oh,
Oh,
it doesn't even need
Doesn't
it.
matter really.
Yeah.
Nice.
As
It's
he's
too puny.
cursing under his breath, he is going to cast a bonus action spell, realizing he can't, and puff out of your grasp. Oh,
What a baby. Misty
then-
steps away.
appears over here.
Nice. Cost him a spell.
All right, and then he's going to. Man, what would he do?
Give up.
Tee himself and then go drown himself in the lake.
Die on the spot.
All right,
Just
yeah, he
expire.
backs up a little more,
He's
And
going
then-
for the fruit.
catches his breath. All right, Victor, it's your turn.
That was his action?
His
Oh,
action
no,
was break the
his
fruit.
action was to try to break out.
Oh, he
You
did
beat him,
the
So
spell.
you have to use a
Okay.
bonus action
Yeah.
and then move away.
I
Grappling is
understand.
amazing at locking down enemies.
Yeah. All right.
It's now a test of cardio.
So
How'd that
close
be?
and yet so far. I guess I could dash.
That's an action to
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah. I guess I'll stay here.
Okay.
If you're not doing anything for your action, you can always dodge.
Yeah, you could dodge as an action,
All right.
and
I
attacks
will-
against you have disadvantage. Melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
I will dodge.
Okay.
Something that hasn't happened yet.
All right. Drake is going to close the gap, make an attack at you. That was a. God, I can't do math. 11 to hit, and then that is a 24 to hit.
24.
Yeah.
Well, I dodged.
Man, that was lucky.
Well, the first attack misses as you. Oh, he has to actually. It is still a 19 to hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. As his rapier manages to catch you as you're ready for him to come at you, you take 10 points of piercing damage and make me another con save, please.
Okay.
Okay. You are. You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And now it's your turn again.
do it.
Well, when did I dodge in that situation?
You dodged the first attack. He had disadvantage on the attack.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. I'm gonna grapple him again.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. All right.
Make him waste his spell slots.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
23. You pansy ass.
All right.
Half
Yeah.
bit.
As he goes to like lean back quickly away from you, you manage to like grab him by the scruff of his shirt and bring him in. And now that was your action. That was one of your attacks. You still have another attack, bonus action, and movement left.
Can I instead try to get him prone?
No, it's an action to prone.
It's
somebody.
a
shove somebody.
grapple attack to another shove attack to push someone prone.
Okay. So I can use my flame tongue once, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think you could do grapple then shove.
Yeah, you can. Shoves are
Shoves another attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can, Gia, you can shove him, and then you could. Well, you wouldn't be able to attack, but
Yeah. No, I just want to shove him
Okay.
to the ground.
It's
What's-
athletics versus. It's the same thing. Same
yeah, it's
thing
the
as
same
grapple.
thing as a grapple.
Aw.
13.
maybe.
Well, he rolled an 11 still. So
Oh.
as as you bring him in, you step in, cross his leg behind it, and push him back over it, and just let him fall as you kind of pin yourself onto him.
Yeah.
Put him on the ground.
When you do, I need you to give me a investigation check with advantage.
Huh? Okay.
This is isn't Drake action at all.
Oh, well,
Victor in a wig?
Okay, cool.
not great.
Alright. He is prone, so we're gonna do
You
this.
asked for one of my worst skills.
No, I know. And it's there's a
You can-
reason. As you have him
I'll
kind
never
of
know it.
as you're kind of like standing above him,
Yeah.
with him prone. What do you do? Oh, that was your action. You have a bonus action movement, so what do you do?
Nothing.
That's it? Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Drake is going to he's actually going to try to break out. And that is well, it's a natural 1. Alright. That's his action.
Okay.
Just on the ground,
Shit.
over top of him.
What? You're mad that I'm
No,
doing
no.
okay?
I'm thinking what I should do.
Drake was just expecting some like duel of the champions, and then Victor just punched him in the face and throws him on the ground.
Yeah.
He's gonna use his. He's gonna use another spell slot, disappear, and reappear.
Wait, I thought he already did an action to break out.
This
The
is
bonus
a bonus
action
action
spell.
spell.
What?
15,
Misty.
Yeah,
Misty.
Misty.
Since when?
Since
Since he
forever,
became a
what?
vampire.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
But he's
Drake
prone.
just running away?
Yep, he disappears and reappears here. He stands up using half his movement, then moves it 5, 10, 15 feet away.
What a baby. He's going for the
Aren't you-
bread now.
Aren't you glad there's no one to watch this pathetic act, Drake?
It's a great question,
Drake
Michelle.
glares at you.
All right. Mm. He's always just slightly too far away
Yeah.
from me. All right, I guess I'll dash and just dodge his attack.
Okay. Well, no.
No?
You can't.
You either dash or
dash
dodge.
is an action. Dodge is an action.
Oh, then I'll stand here and dodge
Okay.
Bonus action, look good.
and look good. Exactly.
He's gonna run in 5, 10, 15, 20. Then make 2 quick attacks at you.
At disadvantage.
Do I get an opportunity attack because he entered my zone?
No.
No, that's a
Okay.
feat.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have Sentinel. That's not
That's-
part of it, though, is it?
That makes him not able to get away from you very
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, okay.
If you get an opportunity attack on him.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, so that is a 11 to hit you, and then a 25 to hit you.
Yeah, the second one hits.
Second attack is going to deal 9
that a
points of
disadvantage
piercing
for you?
damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw. Wait, why would it be a disadvantage?
She's
He's
dodging.
Oh,
But that was
Oh.
the first attack, I thought.
oh. No, first attack would be an 11 then. Second attack is... God damn it, it's a 9. Alright. Alright.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
so, wait. Why did that not happen the first time, then?
No,
Because
it
he
did.
forgot.
Oh. It
First
did?
attack just failed.
The first attack just failed is all. I rolled 2 attacks, and I forgot that you were dodging.
But I remember, no, the first time that I dodged, why did that?
No, it did. I actually accounted for it that time.
Oh, he just rolled really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yep.
I believe you. You're getting defensive. Okay.
It can happen.
Okay. So he is a failure, as always. Alright, so
Yep. Nothing new.
grapple time. Oh man.
You make him waste those spells.
He avoids your grapple.
But I get to try again, right?
You
Mhm.
get one more grapple attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch him. It's,
This is brilliant.
God damn it. This is taking forever. Alright. It is... Now it's your action. You have bonus action movement. What are you doing?
Mhm.
Drag him over to the fruit stand and shove his head in there.
Can I move with him?
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah, you move
Oh.
at half your movement speed.
Yeah. It's like difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much benefit to moving him. I don't see.
Except he looks pathetic.
I guess just drain his morale a little bit. I guess just drag him around. No, it's fine. I'll just.
Just drag him in a circle for 15 feet.
Automated comment.
I'm gonna hold him.
Okay.
Push him around. That sounded so adorable. I'm gonna hold him.
Lovingly.
In a friendly way.
He is just going to try to attack you. That is a 20 to hit. That is a 16 to hit.
The 20 hits.
16 would hit too, because you're not wielding your dagger.
Oh. Fine.
It's 11 points of piercing damage, and then 9 points of piercing damage. Give me 2 con saves.
How did he attack while grappled?
Because you're just holding him by the shirt right now.
Yeah.
That's what the
Oh.
grappling.
He's
Okay.
just swinging his sword at you. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, I still had advantage on.
Oh yeah.
But the
Oh.
17 works, right?
Okay.
Isn't it just the first one?
The first one, yeah, just the first one. So the 10 you fail, 17 you succeed. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Okay, so how many damage did I take? I'm sorry, it was... How many total?
You took, god damn it, it was 11, and I forgot what I said for the second number.
So 11 it is.
No. I'm gonna roll again just to be fair. Well, it's probably higher now. So 11 and 8 points of piercing damage. So that's 19 total.
I think it was around there anyway.
All right.
So you now have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yep.
So when
So
you
you're
try
s-
and do your grapple stuff, it's gonna be a straight roll.
So it evens out.
Huh?
So you have, since you have a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
You have disadvantage on all ability checks. So
Yep, they just said that.
Okay.
Alright.
Kick his
That's
ass.
his turn, because can't really do too much. Victor, it's your turn.
Well, I still have him grappled for now, so I am going to try to shove him down.
Okay, give me an athletics check as a straight athletics check.
Nice.
All right, that is a 16, so he fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push him
Stab
prone.
And now,
on him.
now all of your weapon attacks have advantage on him because he's prone at your feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you hear the clanking of his breastplate as he hits the ground.
Yeah.
You could hear him, like, ugh, like,
Yeah.
annoyed. You now make me a. That was your one attack. You have
Mhm.
another attack. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna use my flame tongue.
Okay, you have advantage on this one.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that hit?
Yep.
Oh, that
Here,
was,
I got it.
There we go. Use
Yeah.
yours. Use yours. I didn't know you said that.
Yeah, I set
Those
it up.
2d8, man.
So that is 4 points of piercing, 2 points of fire, and 13 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nice.
6. I can't do math now. 19.
Call him a loser.
And you're a loser. God, I'm exhausted.
19, sorry. 19 points of damage. Alright, now it is. You still have a bonus action and a movement.
You good, Victor?
I'm good, thanks, Michelle. I don't have anything else I want to do.
Okay. On his turn, he's actually. Oh, by the way, give me an investigation check
I still don't know what this
with
is.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
I already have a -1. I kind of can only.
No,
do
no,
them
it's
at
flat. Sorry,
disadvantage.
because you would have advantage, but you now have.
Okay, well, again, I can pretty much only do them at disadvantage. Oh!
Aw.
19. Something seems a little off. He, even though you want to make fun of him, he should be on par with you.
Yeah,
He's not.
he seems too weak.
He seems off. Something's off. Okay. Drake is going to start swinging wildly up at you, and he's prone. So I believe that's disadvantage
Yep.
attacks. That is a 26. No, that's 26. And, no, sorry, that's
With disadvantage, you got a
15.
26.
It's 15 with
Oh, no.
disadvantage. Okay, and then with disadvantage, he got 24 though. So
Oh man.
yeah, I rolled a natural 20 and then something.
High roller, big baller.
It is
That's
a.
what Drake is.
No.
It's 9 points of piercing damage as he manages to clip you.
Make a con save.
Yep. Thank you, Tristan.
I am scared.
Okay.
Me too.
You succeed.
Oh, thank God.
Just barely.
Mm.
All right, and now it's your turn.
Swing away, Victor.
Do it.
Swing away.
He's still down.
Yeah, as he's looking at you, he,
Pull out the dagger.
he's all, pissed.
Yeah, I am gonna pull out my
Angry.
dagger.
Okay.
Can I hold him on the ground like with my foot or something?
Yeah, you just
Okay,
kind of have
alright.
like.
Foot on his chest.
Yeah. All right. Michelle, I think maybe this isn't him, but I'm gonna kill whoever this is.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. I pushed the wrong thing. I meant thunder knife. But we
Oh, nice.
Roll.
And you're all at advantage.
Yeah, you get.
Oh. Okay, wait. So
Thunder, the flame tongue. That's one attack.
okay, so we'll
that's
go.
17.
That was a 17. All right.
17
So
is the one that hit.
all right, and then
Thunder knife's your bonus action.
thunder knife already hit, so no problem there. And then we'll do the flame tongue with advantage. Okay.
Nice.
There we go.
With another holy weapon.
Yeah,
And-
that's
Oh
two.
my.
Another, yeah, so another holy weapon. So that's 14 plus 11 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 15. Holy crap. Guess what that is?
What?
69.
Nice.
Nice! No, nice! So you deal. Give me a sec. I gotta check something.
I'm just looking down. Are you sure that's not Drake? Oh God, what are you doing?
As you start, like, stabbing the
Just
shit
stabbing
out
at
of
the head.
whoever this is.
He
Okay.
had a family.
He's working with Drake. I don't care.
Okay. Alright.
Can I make an insight
Oh,
check?
does the holy weapon apply for every single hit? So that would you'd roll it.
It's just
It's
the one
not for the
weapon
thunder
that-
knife. Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
weapon.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so as you, slash at him, or stab at him with both your rapier and then, kind of come down and stab him into the chest with the thunder knife, it kind of concusses in his chest, like, because it's like a thunder damage. And you see him go and, like, cough up a ton of blood, and then he's just still.
Is he dead?
He looks like he's dead. Or he looks like, at least, he's dying.
All right. Does he
His
still
arm.
look like Drake?
Yeah, Drake's on the ground dying.
During this time, can I look around to see if there's like anyone hidden trying to
Okay.
backstab Victor?
You give me a perception check, but if you're trying to look anywhere around that's not like directly in front of you, because that's where you are, you need to
Yep.
move your character first. Otherwise, you can give your
I'm
perception
gonna-
check for the area.
yeah. I'm gonna get up and get
Okay.
to a higher point, then look around.
Okay. What
21.
are you doing, Victor?
Can I do another investigation check?
Yeah. Give me another investigation check.
No.
Okay. As he, as he's laying there, he coughs up some blood. More so, and you can see like a pool kind of appearing around him,
Mm-hmm.
soak into the ground. Michelle,
Yep.
your perception check reveals this. Over
Dun,
there.
dun, dun.
As there's another Drake standing there. Just
Dr. Drake
smiling.
from Why?
He looks like he's almost waiting for something. Michelle.
It's Drake's evil twin. Long lost brother.
Alright, can I do a
Drake, that's a little odd, don't you think? Thought it was a duel.
I mean,
Can I-
there's a duel of me. He laughs and he kind of steps out.
Alright.
You're such a moron.
I'm gonna walk over to the edge while this is happening. I don't know if it's in turn order or not, or what are we doing?
No, like you know, this is like kind of free flow right now.
Okay. I'm pretty much just over the edge, and I have a dagger in my hand, and I'm looking at the body saying, if that body gets up, I'm gonna jump on it.
Oh, I don't think that body's actually gonna get up anytime soon. And I mean, you really wailed on him.
And I'll wail on you, and I'm gonna run and attack him right now.
Okay.
He's so close.
Make your attacks.
Right through him.
Okay.
And damn.
All right. The flame tongue hits. The rest don't. The first one hits. So that is 6, 7. As he seems to take damage similarly, but this time his expression isn't changing. He's just standing there. As you stab him once, then he parries twice. Your other 2 blocks. You realize his expression hasn't changed. He hasn't grimaced at any of your initial attack, and he's just smiling. And he's like, you know what? I'll make this even more fair. And then he takes his rapier, drops it. Opens the door.
Victor's gonna roll his eyes.
It's seen this. What the hell is going on?
Drake, are you this pathetic that you just have to use parlor tricks to beat me? You're the one who wanted this, you know, mano-a-mano fight, and here you are with all this bullshit. Are you that pathetic?
I mean, the world won't see it like this when it's all done and over, so it doesn't matter. And he goes, I mean, don't you even want to care who you so cold-heartedly murdered over there, thinking it was me?
No, I don't care because it's someone who's working with you or something that you made.
Fine by me. And he's gonna be like, well, I think I did my part.
No, you didn't.
I
You
did.
didn't do anything. This still isn't you.
This is
I'm gonna fly down.
enough. for me.
Enough of what?
Uh,
Nothing happened.
As he walks over, and he's kind of walking by, kind of pushing you aside after he realizes that you're not going to do anything. He picks up his rapier, then goes over and stabs one more time into the chest of whoever's here. And then goes, well, this was fun, Victor. I'll be waiting.
Waiting where?
Got a blast.
Well, let's say the highest point. If you're ever going to make it that far.
Mount Everest.
Why did we agree to this if you just wanted to fight up there?
As he is promptly ignoring you now.
I'm gonna run after him
Okay.
and stab him anyway.
Okay, you're gonna stab him. Alright. As he doesn't go to defend, you're going to get the attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like I use a spell slot or anything, so.
Yep. It's going to hit.
Holy weapon.
Uh,
Yeah.
as he falls, you realize the clanking, it's a little off. His knees hit the ground, clanks, and his breastplate hits the ground, and it also.
Just like a Spanish soap opera.
You could see that whoever, whatever this is, it's still bleeding and it's unmoving. But the thing is, the image of Drake is on the ground and it's still reacting, and all he's doing is laughing at you.
I go over to the body. I look at its face. Does it still look like Drake?
Yeah, but it's kind of this distorted, like something's wrong. You can see it, like his face is kind of like face into the ground a bit, and the bit that's revealing is like it's smiling and laughing.
Is this some type of illusion?
It looks like it's an
I need to
illusion.
double click it. Okay, I'm going to cast the healing word at it.
Okay, cast healing word.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It does it. Hello? Wake up.
Uh,
Is it just dead?
Drake seems to, his image is there, but it's unreactive now. As for whoever is, or whatever this is, it's unmoving.
Fucking hell. Well, these are some two innocent people that he has brainwashed. Smiling.
Are we sure they're not like clones or something?
I doubt it.
As Michelle,
there's some type of illusion on it.
Yeah, as you get close, you put your hands over it, and you realize there's someone there through the illusion. You could feel a shirt, you could feel the clothing, but it looks like when you pull the clothing, the illusion kind of almost mimics it, and you realize it's the clothing that is exactly like what Drake was wearing before, but there's something underneath it, and whoever's underneath it, they're warm. You pull your hand back, and you realize there's blood that's been spilled.
Yeah.
The person seemed to be breathing though, like there was like a flinch when you touched the person, so this person is alive.
Okay.
The other one, not so much.
Well, Drake killed that one ultimately.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna heal up this person a little bit just so we can actually get out.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why he wanted to do this.
He's a drama.
Okay. At this point, the illusions fade. You see what looks like kind of an adjustable structure, mechanical structure, that's kind of partially covered to mimic where armor plating might be. And there's somebody strapped to it. And there's somebody strapped to the other one that's dead. The one before you looks like it is Don Gigante.
Oh shit.
He's been strapped to it, stabbed, and he's now you could see there's something over kind of like strapped along his throat and mouth that covers around his whole face. And he's looking at you, and you could tell like he's just furious and fuming. But he seems to not be able to talk because of whatever's covering this like thing that's covering his face, like bottom part of his face. And the other one, Michelle, you look over, and it's Lawson.
Wait, who is this?
I just dropped on.
The dead figure is Lawson?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Victor,
Well,
go get Dawn and yourself out, okay?
what?
You get yourself and Dawn out of here. Victoria will be waiting. And I just walk over to Lawson's body.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Do you? I want to ask. Should we go to the other group and then come back to this? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. While you guys.
Lawson's last thoughts were, "You were my biggest fan, Victor."
Oh, that hurts. All right. Okay. Let's go on to the other group. So, while I change the music.
We're at the fucking like shawarma vendor just having a powwow.
Yeah, you guys are walking along, and one thing you realize is you guys, all of you give me a stealth roll in a way, like, or I'll say less of a stealth roll, but more performance, because you're trying to like pretend to blend in. You're
Okay.
So acting like normal people, and I'm gonna put a modifier on it because the costumes are kind of bad.
My costume's legit. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well,
Oscar's
some of
walking
your
along, just going.
costumes.
I have some terrible disease.
Yeah, but walking right next to you are the two.
Yeah.
The rest of him.
Praise help!
All right. I'm sorry, Tristan.
He's gonna go cry in the bathroom.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, let's continue. So you guys cross the bridge and start walking towards Salkir. As you're getting closer and closer to Salkir, the people, they're acting normal. There's a cart that kind of whizzes by next to you guys a little too close for comfort. But yeah, you guys get to the end of the bridge. And now Agranak, I need you to give me a survival check to see if you can find your way to this place that you have found before.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Your memory kind of comes flooding back, as it wasn't too long ago. It was about a day ago that this all happened. And not only that, you were flown over parts of the city by the dragon. It just, that kind of sticks in your mind. You remember the bridge, and you kind of recall how to get there from this point. So, as you make your way back to the factory, the hangar, your allies are in tow. The people seem to be acting normal. There's nothing that says anything else is going on here, which is a little odd because by now, Victor's fight with Drake should be happening. So, as you guys approach the hangar, you could see from about a street away that the hangar itself kind of looms over and is higher than some of the buildings around it. So you're about a block or street off of it right now. And Spira is gone and, dealing with trying to catch birds while the rest of you are here. What do you do?
Are we there yet, Agranak?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
we
much
should be coming
further?
up on
I think we might start getting looks soon.
You said we were park.
You guys are like a street off of it, basically. Like, you could see the hangar from over the buildings and over some of the street, the buildings right in front of you. So it's literally one street off. And then you can see that the hangar, from this distance, it looks like the big door, the one of them is kind of like retracted in. So half the hangar doors are open.
Okay. It's that big building over there.
Oh, okay.
Block.
From what Inspira filled me in on, there's supposed to be like maybe a big energy core or like a machine that builds the machines, something we can blow up. I don't know.
I'm sure we can find something to blow up.
Look for something with a lot of lights coming out of it or something.
Okay. Lights and machiny.
Now, are we sneaking in or are we just like rushing in?
I'm okay with sneaking.
Now we can try sneaking and then just punch our way in when that fails.
Yes, that's always.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull up my hammer now because I know nothing's gonna happen well. Let's sneak.
Okay. Give me stealth checks. Rowan, you've been following silently behind these four because Mowgli's with them. And you could see them kind of stop, talk, and then start into the alleyway
Mowgli.
here.
We rolled a 21.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Agranak, you been in here before?
Oh wait, you guys went into the alleyway to get closer to the hangar.
Yeah, we're trying to get sneaky
Yeah,
and head
okay.
towards the hangar.
Okay, cool.
Agranak, you know your way around this place?
Kind of. It's really open. I don't quite remember seeing something that like we're supposed to blow up, but I
I'm
can't
sure-
imagine it'd be too hard to find.
When
Oh,
we
yeah.
see it, we'll know it. Yeah. You lead the way. I'll watch the back.
Then I'll take up the middle.
Okay. So, as you guys
Event-
get towards one of the alleyways that actually Tristan was in before, and knocked out the guy, it's the same alleyway. You guys just don't know it.
Is this a body?
No, that guy's
So-
not here anymore. You can see across the street is this hangar. So the door, one of the doors is fully kind of drawn back, and it's this half dome hangar that stretches inwards quite a bit. And inside, from what you can see from this point, there are people walking by along the streets. One of them seems to notice Anne, but it's like just looks at her kind of weirdly as they walk by. The hangar itself on the inside looks like it's busy, but they're bringing in something big. That's why they have opened up this,
Can we see that big something, or like where they're all taking
It's
all
a
this
cart.
stuff to?
and there's something large on it and a tarp thrown over it, and you could see that the tarp isn't really too strapped down or tied down, but there's a reason why, because whatever this thing is, it actually overhangs the cart, so that's why it seems like it couldn't go in the normal, like supply way for this building. Instead they had to open up this big hangar for it. And as it's being brought in, you could see there's workers be like, careful, we what's called some of them are talking like, we can't open the rest of the door, it would be too visible, just bring it in slowly, there's enough room this way, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that looks pretty important, guys.
Should we sneak in?
Rowan, you see these people who have
Sure.
kind of pressed up against the alleyway, and you're standing kind of behind them, seeing what's going on. And give me a stealth check real quick. Because you followed them into the alleyway.
Ha!
As you go to you look around the corner, your feet you step in something that is slippery, and your
Ew.
feet skids, and you go, and the rest of you guys hear that, and you realize it smells whatever you stepped in. You just
I
stepped on
wipe
dog
it on
shit.
the wall.
Okay, so you're just
I turn
and now
around.
you got the rest of you guys see Rowan just kind of scraping something off his shoe against the wall.
The hell? I
Oh.
thought you were catching birds.
I am a bird. I don't. Unless I eat them later.
What are you doing to your what did you do to your shoe?
I
Get
stepped
over
shit.
Okay, well, help us
Huh?
sneak into this facility.
What are you guys doing?
That looks
Honestly?
important, so we're gonna break it.
Yeah.
Actually, what is everyone's passive perception here? Agronax and
9.
9.
20.
20.
13.
Huh?
14.
14. Okay. 15. Okay. So, yeah, Rowan, as you join the rest of them in this corner of the alleyway, you look out to the hangar and you notice something. There are a lot of workers. There's almost no what's called clockwork guards or watchmen around. It's just the workers here.
Well, this place doesn't seem to be heavily guarded. But drawing attention to it by blowing things up probably
That's
either
the
be
point.
very bad for us, probably very good for Victor and Michelle.
Exactly. We blow it
Yeah.
up and we run. Maybe steal a dragon on the way out.
Oh, you think we could do that?
Hell no, but it'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Yep.
That's one way to draw attention to yourselves.
Exactly, that's the point.
But we'd have a dragon, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we can fly away on it.
Okay, so
Anyways.
we'll try to sneak in. If that doesn't work, I'll try to talk our way out of this. If that doesn't work, we just start smashing.
So yeah, sounds like a plan.
Alright.
That sounds like a
Oh,
terrible.
what do we do if this is all a trap and we somehow get mind controlled?
The same thing we do every day. Just attack people.
I mean, it works.
That's literally what gets you guys in trouble.
All right.
I like this plan. Start sneaking towards the.
Blend in
Oh
with
my
the
god,
crowd.
can we not let him go first?
There's
You're
literally
always in the
okay.
back,
So
Oscar.
the alleyway, there's a street that you have to cross to get to the building. There's an
Okay.
alleyway here. You know, there's a building, alleyway, street, and then the hangar. So like,
Okay,
if you
Moogly,
vision-
stay in the alleyway. Send me a message if you see anybody coming by, like guards or something. That way we know to get the hell
where are you going to go?
inside.
No, I know, but which way? Like left, right, through the main doors? There's a lot of eyes there, Zan.
I know. Through
That's
the main
not
doors.
an answer. Zan, I taught you better.
Beautiful.
Use your head.
You guys sneak around. I'll distract a bunch of people at the front. That way, there's less people to see you. Are we good?
Zan,
Yeah.
if it makes a difference, I can also turn invisible. If you,
You should
want
do
me
that
to
as
do
well.
a distraction.
Stay away from Oscar.
Yeah, maybe we should let Oscar do this.
I mean, I could just go in there and start wrecking stuff in the front, distract everyone, and you guys get in.
That
I'll take.
honestly doesn't sound terrible.
I feel like Rowan and Egranak are the sneakiest. Technically, you two should go in. We'll cause the distraction.
I'm definitely the sneakiest one here, and all you guys can smell shit.
All right, fuck it, Oscar. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll try to talk to him. If it doesn't work, you start breaking shit,
Okay then.
and then you two just go in whenever you feel like it.
Let's go, Rowan.
So I'm gonna put my priest robe back in my backpack and just like march up to the front door.
By the way, the longer we go without addressing what happened to Lawson, the worse I feel. I just
You
like,
feel bad.
oh no.
I had my mic off, but I yelled, "How dare you!"
You did it. You done a bad thing there, Park.
Oh, I know. I'm
Man,
sorry.
I got to delete one of my Twitters now.
No. It's you guys.
I'll change my name to Lawson from the grave.
No. Okay, well,
Yeah, I'm gonna march up to the front door. It's a big opening.
okay.
Marching alongside.
As you Zan approach and Oscar, you go to one of the sides. There's a few like
Marching with Zan.
no, marching
like,
with Zan. Yeah, as you
next
guys like
to her.
approach, a few of them are like, no, you can't come in here. Go. You
Oh,
know,
who
like,
do you
this
think
is-
you are?
Who do you think
Drake
I
has
am?
personally sent me here to figure out why the hell you guys aren't done your job yet.
Give me a deception check. Oh shit! He's like, oh wait, Drake. He's the new
Mr.
creator.
Action, the one, yeah. He wants to know why all of you are taking so goddamn long
Um,
with this job.
Sorry, what's your name? Here. Yeah, what's your name?
The name's Vlur.
Vlur
Zanny.
Vlur
Vlur
Zanny. Okay. Well, okay. Well, our explanation is,
It better be good.
well, some of the stuff takes a long time to put
Because
together.
Drake told him to break some fingers. If we don't get a good explanation, I point towards Oscar.
Cracking my knuckles.
Yeah. I mean, well, see this thing? Like before, it was too big to bring in the normal way. We set up a requisition to widen the doors, but they wouldn't allow it, so we're bringing, the floating mechanism through this way. That's all.
You didn't just cut the doors open?
No, we don't want to show the world what we're working on in here.
Then pull up a curtain. He doesn't care. He's a creator. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Enough talk. Show me every single bit of this facility and why each part of it isn't done yet. Right now.
Give me a deception check. I'll say, yeah, just a flat one, yeah. He looks at you a little odd. He's like, oh, all right. Yeah, he looks at the rest of it. He's like, continue bringing the damn thing in. Make sure you don't ding any part,
make
you
it
know how
look more
fine-tuned
official,
that thing is? And then he...
I flip my backpack over and pull out some parchment and a shitty quill. He told me to make notes.
Okay. As he kind of leads you in, Agronak and Rowan, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go around.
Zan's yelling at them right now.
There's an entrance on either side, right?
There should be.
Then I'd say we split off
Okay.
each to a different entrance. I would like to try to scrape off the rest of this dog shit.
Yeah, you could give me we'll just say you have
Rustic
disadvantage on stealth check once from the smell.
Should I roll again?
No. This is a new stealth because you're stealthing into a new location now. So give me a new stealth check.
Disadvantage.
Yep, Agronak. Are you gonna turn invisible using your tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Is that advantage?
Oh yeah, if you use your invisibility, yes. Okay. So, you guys both head off in different directions, trying to find the supply entrance or another entrance. Agronak, you take the left. Rowan, you take the right. Agronak, you as you head around, you have what's called. It's taking a little longer, trying not to get caught. Seems like there's a little more activity on this side. Rowan, the way you go, you kind of went. What's called? Because you saw like a cart or two come out of that side of the building, and or entering towards that building, and you realize there's an entrance where they could bring supplies, and it's open, and there's like 3 other gnomes, just like 1 gnome and 1 gnome, 1 dwarf, and it would probably be like a half elf or something, dealing with like trying to unload some of the supplies. As they're talking, they're kind of taking their time, but the supply door is drawn up and open right now for the inside. Agronak, as you head over to your direction, you notice that it's like the main entrance, and you enter through the doors, and you could see that there's almost no one in this main area. There's a little lobby, but no one's really there. Everyone seems to be on hands for whatever they're doing inside this facility. Okay, so Zan and Oscar, you guys have made your way in. Agronak, let me know if you. Oh, and you would hear a bunch of like people talking and stuff like that further down into the building, or you could go off more like on a like an offshoot hallway to snoop, I guess.
I would like to go deeper into the building. Hold on. Let's snoop.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna snoop.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you go off to different hallways looking for other things, I'm gonna need you to give me an investigation check. Rowan, as you walk by the people that are loading and make your way past the supply gate and into there, you could see there's a large kind of you're basically in one corner of this hangar, and it seems like there's 2 hangars kind of back to back and kind of divided in half by this semi wall. Like it doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling, but they've built it inside to allow the separation of 2 different building areas. And you can see on this side there's a ton of activity going on, and what you see is a semi-covered part where the doors open that you might be able to see up there. You can see at this point Zan and Oscar walking in, being led by one of the gnomes. The tarp is covering some of the dragon, and you could see that it's the clockwork dragon in the making. There are parts that they're bringing in. It's literally all hands on deck to try to get another one of these things built. So yeah. As for, let's go with Zan and Oscar then. What are you guys doing?
What do I see in front of me right now?
Okay, so what you would see is similar to what I explained for Rowan. It's a large hangar. You can see that there's something behind as the hangar continues, but the wall only comes up halfway. But this half, you could see that the dragon is partially covered with a tarp to try to prevent people from seeing it easily from the outside. But you could see that the chassis is still open and mostly empty There are some things that the inside, like the body of the clockwork dragon, is empty, and as for the wings and stuff, they're attached. The appendages are attached. You can see that there's gnomes trying to test to see if things are working. So they would, you could see that they, as they're testing things, like parts of the arm is moving to make sure that there's movement in different parts. But right now they're building it and testing it. Seems like.
Okay. Is that one of those flying things Drake was telling me about? They're bigger than he described.
Yes, it's the clockwork dragon that we're finishing according to the creator's request. It takes a little longer than what he said. I've told him multiple times, but I didn't think he'd send anyone. It's gonna take at least like another day, maybe.
And what of the third and fourth wings he requested?
What do you mean the third and fourth wings?
The third and fourth wings so it can fly faster. It was like the first thing he mentioned to me. Make sure they're following his instruction.
Okay. First of all, you're wrong. More wings would just add more drag, and not only that,
I'm sorry. Did you just question a creator? I start jotting it down on my illegibly on my parchment.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oscar's gonna lean forward and just eye his knuckles while he's cracking his own.
Yeah,
Okay,
give me an
let's see.
intimidation check. No. I definitely did not.
What's your name?
I'm Simgrits.
Simgrids. Now, Simgrids, can you explain to me why I'm going to have to go back to Drake Action and say, "Hey Simgrid, hey Drake Action, this guy named Simgrid said he couldn't follow your instruction properly, and that your idea was stupid and would not work."
I didn't say stupid.
Doesn't matter what you said right now. It's what I say to him later.
Okay. Well, can you at least just please put it that it's we will put it into testing and tell him how it would work out.
I'll put a good word if you stop belittling our boss. Okay, now show me around. You said you were missing resources. You need more stuff, requisitions.
Well, yes. We're actually getting the final bits of the supplies in, but the other members in the blacksmithing guilds, they're running a little shorter on the raw materials. We requested more sent from Mox, but it's gonna take a longer time. We weren't expecting to make more of these things.
And Victor told me to check on, not Victor. Fuck, I did it again. Sorry.
Who's Victor?
Sorry, Victor's I don't usually go with this shortcut. Victor's usually a business partner. Victor, my business partner, told me to check on the power source. I'm not too familiar with these machines.
Okay, well, there's two. One we already have installed in the dragon. It's the thing that churns up the tar, and powers most of its limbs. That's fine. That's already installed. It shouldn't. We just have to wait until we get the float stone in, and once we do, we can encase the whole thing so they're protected. That's
those kept on site?
The float stone?
Yes.
No, they're kept in. Don't you? You should know this.
I'm just here to check on why the work's taking so long. I'm not part of any sort of organization.
Okay. What did you say your name was again?
Vlorzani. I'm the muscle he hired to break fingers.
And I'm the muscle for the muscle.
And he also wants to know why 2 of the dragons were destroyed so easily.
Oh, that's what happened to them?
Yes, they were completely obliterated. Something about the power source cracking and exploding super easily.
That's impossible. There's no way. We did so much. I mean,
You know how much tar spilled over? I was told at least 50 citizens were covered. Some were burnt to death.
Well, I heard they were brigands or bandits coming to steal some.
Well, between you and me, that's what we told them. Yeah.
So
They weren't. No.
Oh.
Wait, how do you think the city's gonna react when
Oh.
the machines sent to defend them blow up and explode? You
Oh,
guys better take those power sources out and check them again and again.
But what about what Creator Drake said?
What he told me was to come here, figure out why they exploded so easily, and killed a bunch of people. I'm getting tired of your excuses. Start breaking a pinky. Oscar?
Oscar's
no.
gonna reach over, grab his hand, and just say, "Wait, do you want this hand or the other one?"
No,
Honestly,
wait.
both if you feel like it.
We could check the calculations. I'll run them over. I'll get the calculation, okay? I need my fingers, please. Just leave them be. I'll check the calculation, and the math. I'll make sure. All right.
Are there any like blueprints and stuff around this, like around me or around the area?
Yeah. Where he led you to is like a place where you can see most of the work happening, and it's an elevated platform and like a scaffolding that's built, and you can see that there's plans that's laid out, kind of stacked on top of each other. And you guys are just kind of talking in that area. As he looks over, he's like, I could just do this. Just give me like an hour. I'll make sure the calculations are wrong, and if they are, then we'll replace. You know.
Okay, really loudly, I'm gonna like nudge Oscar and be like, "So these are all the plans to build these huge machines, right?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
All right.
hear
Just
you.
wanted to make that clear.
Okay. At that point, Rowan, you would definitely you would see Zan and Oscar up on this kind of scaffolding with a small gnome, and he's explaining things. And Zan goes out loud. So these are all the plans, like actually loud. It kind of echoes a bit in here, even through some of the work that's going on. Yeah, we'll go with Rowan, and then we'll go Agronak, and then we'll go back to Zan and Oscar. So,
Is she referring to like physical plans?
Yeah. Well, I was told there was like plans laid out,
Like blueprints.
and I
or
was like,
something.
that's up to
physically
you to decide.
gesturing towards
Because
something
you
when I
can't
was
see what
yelling.
they're seeing. But they seem to be at a place where they
No.
have a bird's eye view of everything that's going on.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought they were on a lower level. Okay.
Well, they are. They are elevated on a scaffolding, but they can see everything down.
Yeah. Where am I in relation to them?
You're
Alright.
still on the first floor across the dragon, basically.
Okay.
You would have to either go around it or go under, where the dragon is suspended, and there's this like kind of dip in the ground for people to work on upwards on it, things like that. So, yeah.
Is there any like scaffolding for me to get up onto around here?
You could try to do like an Assassin's Creed kind of climb thing to get to a higher position. There are some scaffolding around, but they mostly lead to upper parts of the dragon. Like, so people could check on some of the wings and things like that.
Is there anything near a wall? No. Forget that. I am going to.
You
Very
also have
quiet.
you have the spider climb boots, just letting you know.
Yes, I know, but if I do that from this level, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, look at that dude climbing the wall."
Yeah.
It's funny. So I want to get up higher before I do that. So I'm gonna very quietly try to. What does the scaffolding look like?
Mostly, you know how most construction.
Like, is it like graded?
No, scaffolding. It's metal bars in like a box X-like formation that
Yes,
is gridded.
But is the bottom like graded by any way?
Oh, there is like there's narrow metal kind of like not graded. I guess it's graded platforms that kind of line, and there's two of them, so it's pretty narrow. But yeah, and there's different levels of it.
Because what I want to try to do is find a place where the scaffolding might like casting some kind of shadow, so I'm not out in the open.
Okay.
And
Yeah, there is a place that's not being used too much, and it's
Yeah.
off to the corner. It's near the place you entered, so you are right around there. And you can climb up on that side.
Can I climb up, or I was gonna throw my misty stiletto to try to get stuck in the grating? And
That might be a
Miss
little
Nice.
hard because you still have to like get the blade stuck in metal, but you could try.
Yeah, I figured if it was graded, it's not going to be as hard as doing to stream.
Okay.
I'm going to try and see if that works. Hold on, I want to make sure.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, 26. DC was 25, so good
Oh,
job.
wow.
As you throw the dagger up, you see it get it caught in between the narrow metal foot plating, and it just sticks, like slides right in, and right in between it. But as it does, and it goes all the way to the hilt, it makes a loud clanging sound.
Does anybody look?
Not really. Because
Okay,
every
then I'll
once in a while
just-
there's like work going on, there's clanging, there's banging, people are hammering away and things like that. So.
That's fine. I'll just Misty step up there then.
Okay, so you blink up there with your dagger, and
Am I on the bottom of it? Like underneath it?
oh no, when you blinked up there, the weight of it would pull your dagger out, so you had to land on the platform below basically.
Okay. That's
And I'm
fine.
not gonna make you do a check for that. It's just dropping like 2 feet.
Okay. I will continue sneakily along this.
Okay. So as you're moving along, I'm going to continue using your stealth check. Agranak, as you're snooping and making that investigation check that you made 17. Okay. So you start going through the hallways and different like rooms and stuff like that, and you realize there's a lot of small little offices and things like that around here. As you go quickly digging through some of the stuff, you notice that the room that you entered has something with and the reason why you entered it is it looked like an important room. A nice office that's carved. You can see there's like a small mechanical like clock up wind up toy that's on the desk, and you can see there's a ton of different paperwork piled on top of each other, scroll casings like laid out on the desk that are some are open, that some aren't, and you can see there's a parchment there on the desk as you're like quickly sifting through. One of them says requisition for additional floatstones from Mox, and it's you can see that it's signed with Drake Action's signature, like the creator signature, and the price for one of these floatstones is 20,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And they're ordering 4.
Okay.
And then you could also see an additional charge of like basically the travel, the security, and things,
Like the
all that's
hazard pay
included. So it's a ton of money.
Transporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And they're only getting 4 of them?
Yeah. Which does kind of, you know, you're a little surprised by it. By the way, Ian should be
Can I
joining us soon.
take-
So
Can I take one of these like contracts with me, or receipts? I reckon they are.
yeah, I believe
And the wind-up toy.
yeah, the wind-up toy is
I like your
actually-
priorities.
The wind-up toy looks like it's a what's it called? It looks like kind of a gnomish miner. That's kind of like you know, like hitting away. But
Yeah,
what it
like
does every
that.
time, like when you play with it, it plays like a tiny jingle, which kind of catches you off guard. But then when it ever strikes the like this rock-like thing, it makes a tiny little spark.
Well, that's cool.
And it makes like a, instead of making like a clanging sound, it makes a jingle every time. So, yeah.
I feel like this was put specifically for me. Anyway.
No, it's all improv actually.
Love it.
It's great.
All right, cool. So I got the receipt. I got some information on what they're getting here. Let's check out another room.
Okay.
Wait, this desk doesn't have like drawers or nothing in it, does it?
Oh, it does, but they all seem to have small, tiny keys and locks. You could try to break them open. But...
Nah, let me not start making them. Let me go to another.
All right. So you move on to a different room. And give me another investigation check while Zan and Oscar kind of do their thing. I believe Ian's gonna join us real soon, so yeah. So when he does, we'll take a break then.
Okay.
As for
Is it going back to us?
Yeah. Zan and
Seeing as
Zan.
how these energy sources, batteries, what you have it exploded, it's just my professional opinion, but I recommend you take it out of the machine and then run your calculations. Unless you want to risk your life, have you come home to, or your family come home to a dead son or brother or mother or whatever the fuck you are.
Give me a persuasion check. And since you've been doing really well in the intimidation and kind of persuasion before, or performance deception checks, I mean, I'll add a modifier.
All right.
Oh my god, I don't need to add a modifier. He's just like, all right, but only if you explain to Creator Drake that we can't, if we are going to do this extra safety measure, that it's going to be a day late, maybe 2.
I'll see what I can do to grant you as much time as possible. I'll write a good review.
It
as
is
long
for the
as you
safety
actually,
of everyone here, and
for the safety of
civilian.
you and everyone around here. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Now, another quick question: do you have another power source around here that you're not using?
I mean, they are built. They're built across the wall. We changed up the where we created the clockwork guards and the watchmen into maintaining and building some of these power sources. They take a while to make, and
You got them next door, the clockwork guys next door.
well, we converted it. You see,
Oh, okay, no, because we were looking for that place. That was our next stop.
well, yeah, they
Okay.
were here, but
Yeah.
there's plenty of them so
Okay.
far, and if we're not using to build them, we build other things. It's kind of
So
up
do
to
you,
us.
or do you not have an extra one? Because Drake's bringing in this genius inventor guy, Duke Allison. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, that asshole. He's coming back to the city.
Yeah, I've never met him personally, but he's coming to check out why those machines exploded and why you guys messed up.
Well,
He's bringing in as many people as he can to fix this issue. And he
okay.
said he needs us to bring back a power source.
Well,
You don't have one on hand. Take it out of that thing. Give it to us.
no. We have one, but you can't really carry it around. It's not small. It's bigger than like all of us and a few
You got a
times
cart?
us combined.
I saw a cart downstairs, boss.
All right.
This guy can lift a lot of weight, and I got some other big boys waiting outside.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what you guys are playing. Like, what?
I don't know. This dude guy's gonna look at it, tell you what's wrong, and then send it back properly fixed
I mean-
or improved.
We can have the Tinkers Guild come and pick it up if you want.
He preferred it's something about his personal friend Duke Allison was gonna look at it. He doesn't trust you guys after the first explosion and the second explosion.
Okay. All right.
Probably not your fault. I assume you're not in charge of the power sources. Don't feel too bad.
I am.
Oh. Oh, now I feel bad. Sorry about that.
Oh.
But don't break this guy's fingers.
Okay, boss.
Well, it's gonna take a couple hours to remove the one already installed. We do have the one at the back that we were gonna be using. We expected him to want more just in case.
Okay, well,
We could use this for other things too, like bigger creation. So we made a spare one, but just be careful with it. It's very fragile without its casing.
we'll do our best. Real quick, just because I feel bad for you now. As long as you listen to what Drake says, don't question it. I'll make sure I say good things about you.
Okay, thanks. My
So
job's
yeah,
on the
take
line
out that
here,
power
man.
source, get us the extra one. And are you able to show me? You said there was a building across the wall there?
Yeah, well, it's not really a building. The hangar extends, and we have additional workshops there.
Can you show me that too?
Yeah, I'll just
Alright.
put in a good word for me, alright?
As we're walking away from the scaffolding, I'm just gonna pick up a couple rims and start staring at them like I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, he looks back and he doesn't seem to question it. Like he's just like, all right, it's just this way. Watch your step. As he makes your, takes you guys over there. Rowan, you see this happen. He also, as he's walking away, he also grabs a few of them, a few other like workers. He's like, start removing the power cord. We have to do some tests and things like that. And they seem to all kind of listen to him. So Ian's here. Let's take a quick break.
Yes.
5 to 10 minutes. We'll be back. Ian might not know exactly what happened unless you texted him already.
Nope.
Okay, so let's just leave it so he doesn't know.
Real quick before walking away from the scaffolding, I'm gonna tell the guy, I'm like, Drake also wanted a copy of all the important blueprints for Duke to look at. Are you able to round that up for me before I leave?
Yeah, I can get the basic
Take
blueprints.
a lunch break after this. You look stressed.
I could get the basic blueprints. Nothing of the detail, but even though that Allison guy's an ass, he should be able to figure it out. All right. Break time.
Hey.
By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying this kind of sneak in roleplay bullshit that's going on.
Finally get to use all my relevance.
I'm having fun. I like that everyone's just being a bully tonight.
Yeah, everyone's being a bully.
I never get to be the face.
If
DM is the biggest bully here, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry. I really I knew it was gonna hurt, but I had to do it.
No, you didn't.
I had to do it.
Anything.
Okay, first of all, you even said always take the most heart-wrenching path, and I had.
You know what? I take it back.
No, you can't take it back. I had to do it.
The most heart-wrenching. Except for this. This wasn't too far. This was a step too far.
Well,
All right, bathroom break.
yeah, break time, guys. I'm gonna fix everyone's screen. I think Zoom. Oh man, Zoom updated and all this. Oh no, that's not right. Okay, never mind. Oh, thank God. It's less work. Okay. By the way, Gia, I want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know it's there. Wait, there's more stacks? Why there's so many stacks?
I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys prefer Jean wearing levies or Levy wearing jeans?
What?
Every time I don't like
I
something,
mean,
it's
I
video.
understand
That sounds
why.
fine to me.
Like on the low key.
What the hell is going
Yo, it's his birthday
Not
in
really
literally 5
for
minutes.
that,
Oh,
but
fuck,
I
I'm gonna get
understand
Dude, I
why.
messaged you.
Yeah.
How do you forget about my boy's birthday? Guys, it's Loki's birthday in like 5 minutes.
It's his. Wait, I thought it was his
Alright.
save day.
Same day, birthday. They're the same friends.
Happy
Gotcha day.
safe birthday,
Yay.
Loki.
You the man, Loki.
That I was like, is that really ground up weed? But no, that is catnip.
I'm gonna get this boy high
It's
as
weed
fuck.
for cats.
Oh, he's gonna be so fucking high.
On him.
It's more like speed for cats.
Well,
I guess.
It's this boy lit as fuck.
Oh gosh, all over him.
Yeah. They'll keep
I've been
the
pulling
high.
catnip out of my bed for weeks. So Pete, I just from joining the
Oh.
chat, I hear you did a thing. My question
Ian,
is,
don't check Twitter. Don't you do it.
I won't check Twitter. I'm assuming Inspira doesn't know.
no.
No.
Okay, cool. Then
I
don't tell me.
I don't think Inspira needs to know,
Ever.
or I don't think Inspira would really care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I cannot wait to find out whatever this heart wrenching thing is. Which I have. I got my theories.
Okay.
I wait to find out and then just look dead in Alexis's or Toby's face and just being like,
The thing
Wait,
is,
why me? I mean,
I don't know, because you got really upset about it. So
oh, everyone got upset about it. The
Oh,
thing is,
Oh yeah,
I
I'm fucking pissed. I'm
okay.
upset.
I
I'm
want.
in to beat your ass, Peter.
I want happy things for you guys.
Buying a plane ticket right now. Come down there.
I want happy things for you guys. But I have to do these horrible things too.
No, this
It
too
can't be
far.
a happy fairy tale without some bad
No,
thing.
this was too far.
Whatever.
I only have 2 owlbears. Like, gotta give me a third now.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
I can't hear you.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh.
Give me a third owlbear.
No.
We
No, no, I was just gonna say just because I found out when our reunion is. And it's on the 30th of November. I have no idea what else is going on,
Wait.
but it's really
Like,
the 10-year reunion.
are you kidding me? They're having it in November?
Yeah.
It's because people will be home for Thanksgiving, probably.
Yep.
Oh, that's so dumb. Well, I guess I'm not gonna make it. It's not like I have the money to go.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah,
do.
no.
I don't want to spend it.
You don't have money you want to spend on
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the money I want to spend. Or
I'm already not going to my 10-year.
Yeah, I don't want to go to mine.
see.
I got to see Duke. That's the thing y'all saw.
So
It's the only
got
reunion
Lancers.
that matters.
It
Yeah.
was.
yeah, what am
And
I
now
gonna say if I do go to that 10-year reunion? Hey.
You hang out with me and Jarrett, and then maybe I'm trying to convince Matt Green to go, and he's like, oh yeah, Pete, how's he doing? I like him because he was talking about how he was like, I kept up with everyone I liked from high school, and I was mentioning people, and he's like, oh yeah, Pete, whatever happened to him? I like him too. But
Yeah, I dropped off the face of Horsham.
yeah, that's
Right
what
away.
he said. But
Yeah.
so did Matt. So
Yeah. Well, shit. I kind of feel bad, but we have to continue. The show must go on, as they say.
I'll be right there.
I think the reason why I feel bad is because of the method. Yeah.
And what Gia said immediately after.
Which is what? What did I say?
No.
You're,
I don't care.
Oh.
yeah, it was, I don't care.
Well, because I literally thought that these were like just clones that he made. I thought they weren't real.
oh
so.
I
no.
thought it was just like a rando.
Yeah,
So
even a
those-
rando, I wouldn't have cared that
A
much.
rando? I still thought that was cold if it was a rando. It's like, oh.
I mean, me.
Goodbye,
as a-
random baker.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
wait.
mean, Victor would have cared once he calmed down, but
You can try guessing, but we're not gonna answer.
Did,
No,
so
don't
everyone-
even try guessing. Don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think
No,
about
because Pete was talking like Pete and I were like talking about like story ideas yesterday. He's like, oh yeah, like, and then when like Lawson gets back to whatever, I'm like, Lawson's fucking dead. Like I think they're all fucking dead, man. But
it. We'll see.
Maybe you should stop talking.
no, because Pete was like, oh, it's gonna be great. I'm like, nah, dude, they're all dead.
See,
I'm like,
I say things, and then the moment happens, and then my improv brain wants to do other things sometimes.
What you've done is sealed your death wish. Because I'm coming. I'm coming down.
No.
Yeah.
he's coming.
hey, remember that time that we put Duke Allison in a cheese grater?
Oh my god.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys, or Dimitri
He
had
deserved
a
it.
huge.
And then
yeah.
I cloaca'd on him because that was pretty great.
God. That was so insane because Duke Allison had that box ready. Not Duke Allison, Dimitri had that box ready. And then just, it's like, hey, you guys want to do the honors?
Gives a whole new meaning to Bird Box.
I was gonna say, totally not sociopaths have these little cheese graters walking around.
Yeah.
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 I mean, aren't birds? Yeah, never mind.
You're saying birds sociopaths?
Yeah, I mean
No.
they are. They're like they come from dinosaurs, so they're more or less like think of.
Are you saying dinosaurs
velociraptors.
are sociopaths?
Yeah,
Dinosaurs are definitely sociopathic.
Alright, is everyone back? Okay, I'm guessing everyone's
Okay,
back.
I want to use this later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Duke's
One thing
here.
I want to say, in Spira, you went off to catch some birds, live ones with nets that Dimitri asked you to do, and he also asked Rowan to do it, but Rowan fucked off.
Everyone got really insulted
Yeah.
to be a petulant teenager.
Apparently, he needs this so you guys can fly up. He needs the live birds so you guys can fly up to Parhelia.
What the fuck are these things?
All right.
Okay.
I'll say you could finish it pretty quickly. You know where the others went to. You know where Victor and Michelle went to was to deal with Drake action. And then you know that Zan, Oscar, Agronak, Moogly, and Rowan went to the factory. Moogly is standing watch around the factory. But yeah. They're trying to do something at the factory. Alright. We are live. We're back. Okay. And since I didn't mute any of that, all of you are caught too. Okay. So, Inspira, can you just roll me, let's say,
D100.
no, just roll me a D20.
Got 20
D20.
birds.
That's a D20. How many birds is Inspire gonna catch? Oh god, why did someone just fucking message on my thing? I'm gonna have to roll D20 the hard way.
Oh.
Wow!
That's,
You cut a rock.
wait, is that a legitimate roll?
Is it a legitimate roll?
I don't think so.
I can't tell because
No,
fucking
it's
Jarrett messaged me. I just clicked D20.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
It
Yeah.
is. It's a legitimate roll. God.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So, Inspira, you go off. After everyone splits off, you split off too. You realize Rowan's not following you, so you've had to hunt to survive for a while now, and you were given a net by Dimitri, so it makes things a lot easier. You see that around the
that's my
city.
weapon.
Yeah, you see that around the city, like there are pigeons and stuff like that that kind of gathered. So you kind of get close enough to a group of pigeons, and actually, you see that someone's like feeding the birds some crumbs and stuff like that, and then they head off, and then they're still around, pecking around at the area. So you go with your net, cast it, and you catch a ton of birds in one fucking go. Done.
Yeah, what you guys didn't know is I used to have to do this back at the monastery, but it was like in the mountains, so they were angry frozen mountain birds. Way worse than pigeon.
Yep. And you're gonna go find Dimitri and return it. It's not gonna take you long to do any of this. Maybe an hour. You can head off to whichever direction you want afterwards. Tell me which group you want to meet.
So remind me, the stealth group was
The-
Zan.
Zan, Oscar, Rowan, Agronak, and Moogly. The other group was Michelle and Victor.
I'm gonna go with Michelle and Victor. Those two went to go fight Drake Action by themselves. They're absolute idiots. I gotta go help them.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. So you're gonna go do that. We'll come back to you once we're done with the other factory team. All right, factory team. You guys are. Oh God. Sorry, I just need to catch a moment, clear my mind again. All right. So I believe we left off at Agronak. Agronak, you gave me a second investigation. That was the 18 that I see still, right? You're muted.
Didn't we do something with Zan after?
I just requested blueprints before I
Yeah.
left.
That was the last thing Sam
Ah.
requested.
Okay. Yeah, so I rolled an 18.
Okay. So as you go along, you see a lot of like different like you run into a tool room. You also run into like excess supply room and things like that, some closets. As you go through though with an 18, you actually manage to find what looks like a generator room for this room that kind of supplies the additional electricity that might need to run some of the, you know, mechanism. And this thing is huge. You know, it's a massive like generator. The only issue is too, it's humming, it's active. There's also a few signs here or there that are nearby as warnings. You know, arcs of electricity, that kind of stuff.
High voltage sign.
Yep. So, yeah, that's what you would find. It is something you did come in here to find.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So it's basically just, you know, the machine in this room.
yeah, and you could see that there are a bunch of like wiring and like things connected into it, but it's like I said, it's mostly for the tools that are close. You could hear there's a wall that's just dividing this and the hangar, the actual factory part of the hangar, and it's you could hear the people working on the other side. So it's pretty close. What are you doing?
How long has it been since I've entered this one?
I'll say not too long. Maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna go back out and see if I can find this main floor and see if I can spot Zan and Oscar or Rowan.
Okay.
Them help with
All right. As you leave and make your way to the sounds of the working gnomes and stuff, you make your way, and you're invisible still. You make your way to these large doors that lead to the hangar from the inside of the building that you are in. When you enter, you can see what it explained before: large clockwork dragon that's covered in a tarp that they're working on right now. You could also see. Well, no, you wouldn't be able to see. They're trying to. You can see that they're trying to work on something. Some of them are shouting stuff like, remove the bolts over here. We need to get this thing out of the chassis, stuff like that, of the body of the dragon. The rest of you are Rowan. You could give me, what's your passive perception?
20.
Yeah, but he's invisible. Okay. You would see Zan and Oscar go on to the other side. Zan and Oscar, you guys go to the other side. There's like the other side of the factory in the hangar, and you can see that there are multiple tables laid out, large kind of pallets of supplies in this area, but it looks like the supplies here are different. And set off that's covered, that looks like it's in a large wooden box, like into the off to the side. Your guide, I forget what I called him.
We'll call him Segway for now.
Yeah, I didn't write his name down. Shit. Oh well. He points at that. He goes, that's the supply. I mean, that's the power source. The additional one we built.
How big is this thing?
It's pretty big. It'll probably fit on a cart, but it'll need people to lift it or move it.
Does it look anything like the thing Agranak dragged out of the dragon we killed back a while back?
No, it's covered in a wooden box.
Oh, okay. Is it kind of the same size?
It looks bigger.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else is in here, Pete?
You could see that in here there is another kind of supply, entrance way, so you could have a cart pulled in close. As he, goes, all right, just please let Pitadrick know that we're working as fast as we can. There will be a bit of delays for safety issues. The usual. Just don't throw me under the bus. I need this job.
That's perfectly fine. Just get us the cart. I'll say some good things. I'll say definitely take your lunch break now. I was technically sent here to fire you, but I feel really bad, so I have the authority at the moment. Just take your lunch break and come back refreshed.
Okay. Somebody, please get them a cart. Help them load the damn thing.
Have them bring the blueprints over too.
bring the damn blueprints over too. As he
Feel real
just kind
bad
of
for
like,
this guy now.
like he's like rubbing his face. He's just like, and like upset, you know, annoyed, making his way out to take his lunch break now. All right. So now it is, I'll say, Rowan and Rowan's turn. Rowan, you would see that kind of partially into the other side from the height that you're at of the hangar, and you can see that they're in you could see the gnome that was helping them walking away, and Zan and Oscar standing there kind of now giving orders to some of them as they're bringing in a cart. What are you doing?
The place where Zan yelled, so this is where all the plans are. Is that of people?
Huh?
Is the place where Zan yelled, this is where all the plans are empty of people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way.
Okay, you're gonna make your way over there.
Yeah.
It is a cross, so you either have to. Oh, okay. How are you gonna do this?
How is it? How are the scaffolds there?
The scaffolding doesn't kind of stretch across. It doesn't stretch across that way. You actually have to go around, like down and over, or manage to get over the dragon somehow. So the scaffolding you're on is partially attached to the walls for support in the.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to go along the wall.
Okay, so using your spider climbing boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just hanging.
All right. So you're going to use, there's no real check with your spider climb boots. As you walk along the walls and up over the ceiling, no one's really looking up that high. And you roll. I'm still using your stealth roll from before, so you're real high in stealth rolls. So as you make your way across, you get over to the other scaffolding, and you could see that there's one or two pages missing. It's probably the ones that Zan took, but the rest are there.
Okay. Nobody told me if I should take them, destroy them, doodle on them.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna take them.
Okay.
That seems like a smart idea.
So you just
Gonna roll
grab.
them up.
Yep. Roll them up and stick. They're large prints, so it's hard to, but you roll them up and you kind of keep it tight on you.
He just looks like a really bad thief. All crinkly paper is all sticking out. Jabbing him in the chin.
All right. So you grab the extra blueprints, the additional blueprints that the dude didn't take and that Zan didn't take. Where are you going now?
I'm going back on the scene. I'm gonna wait.
Oh, like going back outside?
Like back on the ceiling of the.
Oh, ceiling. Okay, so
Yeah.
you woke up back to the ceiling and you're waiting.
Now I wait in the shadows. He's like Spider-Man Noir right now.
Yeah. All right. Now it is Agronak. What are you doing?
All right, so I got the receipts. I am looking at the main floor. I don't see any of the homies.
No, because your passive perception isn't enough to see where.
Make out.
Yeah, and the others are across the wall, and you don't know that.
But I do see the dragon, right? And they're working on it.
Yeah. You could hear them talking about like, hey, we're going to like, we're removing the power source. Make sure you make room. Get, like undo the bolts over here first, and then undo these. Someone's giving a few orders here and there.
Do I see a toolbox anywhere?
Yeah, you would definitely see like a lot of the gnomes have a few stuff on them, but you could see they're kind of like there's tools along the walls and stuff, so you could quickly grab one. You know.
Yeah. Let me if you got like a nice big wrench,
Yep.
do we have a nice conveniently placed big wrench?
Yeah, you would easily find one.
All right, let's take that thing.
Okay.
We gotta run back to the generator room. All right, Park. Let's test your DM in here now. How does this generator work?
Well, you know, unlike how you would probably be see like a sci-fi bullshit stuff where it's like, oh, there's coils out and exposed and arc electricity bullshit like that. No. There's a casing. The equipment is actually behind. You know, it's safely secured. They're not gonna kill people over just a power source. So, it's kind of this canister. You can see along there's a hatch to open, but it has a lock on it. And then you could see the hatch is big enough that maybe somebody could even enter into like a small, very small person. And it's a bit lower too, so maybe they would have to crawl into there to work on more the nitty-gritty stuff if there is anything like that. You can see that there are a few... there are many wires that's coming out from the back part of the bottom. As it's jutting out, it kind of like curves out. So it's connected somewhere on the inside. And there's a bit of a space on the bottom, and that's where most of the humming sounds are coming from. As the casing is suspended and connected to the walls to ground it.
Okay.
And you can see it's suspended because there's like a few inches of space on the bottom, and you don't see where else it might be connected to.
So this small door with a lock on it. How small are we talking? This hatch.
Probably somewhere small enough that Don Gigante might be able to fit into it.
All right, now hear me out. I'm not worried about the lock. Can I rip just the hatch off?
You could try to break it off, yeah.
Alright. Let's go for that.
Okay. Are you gonna use your wrench or just barehanded?
Probably barehanded. I don't want to break the wrench in case I need that for the other thing.
Okay. The hatch looks relatively flimsy, but it is still made of metal. Give me a strength check. Put your arm, as you put your hand underneath where the door is, and you pull on it, it starts to bend and creak a bit. But the hinge part of it isn't breaking. It bent.
Alright.
It's not breaking.
It bent?
Yeah, the bottom part of the door. So like the bottom part kind of bent up, so it's, you know, like door, and this is jutting out because you bent it this way.
Alright, now I'd like to use the wrench as some sort of leverage to try and just pry the rest of it off.
Okay. Give me another strength check with advantage, please. $21. All right. Yeah. As you use the wrench with, kind of lifting it up and trying to like bend the hinges off, you hear it creak and then ting, 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 and the whole thing kind of comes free. It's attached where the lock is, but the small door is now. The hinges are broken.
Cool. Alright, what's inside then?
Inside, you could see what looks like large. It's a large construct that seems to have a bunch of coiled wires that look like it's made of copper, maybe some gold, and it's spinning high velocity. Whatever is that it's spinning on is grounded to the base and the floor and bolted down. And you can see as this thing spins, as you kind of peer your head inside, it's arcing to the shield. But a lot of it you could see like the electrical current actually flow from that down into the base where all the wires are connected into and jut out the back.
Alright. I was waiting for the word spinning, or rotating, or revolution, or something that I could jam a wrench into to stop it from moving.
Okay.
Now, I'm afraid Agronac does not have the better understanding of electricity, so I'm just going to jam the wrench in there now.
All right. So you don't get a deck save. As you take the wrench and try to jam it in between the space of the spinning thing and the spinning disc and the blade that it's kind of resting on, jam it in there, and you're going to take 43 points of lightning damage. As you go to jam it, and you know that scene from Home Alone 2 where the guy's connected to the electrified faucets, and he's like, ah, ah, and he's just freaking out as he turns into a skeleton, and he has a big old afro. Basically, that happens to Agronac before your hand like jolts off the wrench, and you realize you're free from this current.
I thought Agronac was bald. Weird.
Yeah, no afro. Well, remember,
like
he's afro.
You just have the electricity arcing out of your head like
Yeah.
a giant electro fro.
Very good luck.
So didn't jam it up there, did I?
No, give me. I forgot to ask for damage. I know you're gonna do that. You were gonna probably try to destroy it in some way. So, roll me a damage for improvised weapons. So, I believe it's 1d4 plus strength modifier. Gimme roll.
/R space 1d4 plus 4. Yes.
/R 1d4 plus 4. Okay. Yeah. You jam it. It's what's called. You could see that it's damaged. The wrench is like shot out of the area, and you can see it's kind of wobbling, but it's still spinning. There's a wobble to it now, though. And remember, there isn't enough space to like overhand swing. You're looking down and then jamming it up there. So, like you have to lean down and look up over the small hatch that you've opened to jam this wrench up there. So,
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna need like a. Say that again? I have to lean down.
yeah, because the hatch is open and it's open near the bottom of the ground. You have to lean
To
down, look at the
up
thing,
into it.
and as you look up at the thing, you have to take the wrench and jam it into the spinning thing.
And it's in a sort of casing, yes?
Yeah,
And I've already got it wobbling, yes?
yeah.
Why don't I just hit the casing?
Well, the casing isn't wobbling. The casing isn't moving. It's the thing on the inside that's spinning that's wobbling.
But like the casing is holding it if I.
The casing is not connected to the machine. The casing
Okay.
is connected to the walls to ground it.
Okay. Okay.
Chuck a chair
Never
in
mind.
there.
I don't know what other things I can jam up in there to stop it.
Grab
Doing
that
the
desk
thing.
you were looking through.
Just pee in it.
Put your
Oh, yeah.
penis in it.
Oh my god.
Always a good option.
Always like the
I'm
Put
not
my
idea,
dick in the box. Step 1, cut a hole in the box. Step 2, put your dick in the box.
What you hit is wobbling, I will say.
God. Let me go back out onto the sales floor and just look at tools real quick.
Okay.
If I can find something maybe that I could break through the casing with, like a nice hammer, or nice hammer?
I mean,
hammer?
there are smaller hammers. Give me an
Nothing really.
investigation check.
Yeah. Sorry.
Investigation check, please. Okay. So you notice that there are a pair of these large for gnomes, pretty small for you. Rubber gloves.
Perfect. Okay. Let's grab them.
Okay. Grab him.
And if they have another big wrench, that'd be cool too.
Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of wrenches. You grab another wrench. You grab your tiny rubber gloves now.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
These are meant to be like
I'll go
big
back there.
safety gloves for gnomes, so that's why they're small on you. Maybe Jess might be able to fit.
I can wear them.
Maybe you could
Can I
try.
try?
condom.
Can I see if I can try one on?
Okay. Give me a. I would say a sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand, Duke.
I'm going. I'm coming.
Oh, yeah. You have to like it takes your time and it's like trying to put on a thin surgeon, like the medical gloves, like rubber gloves.
Yeah.
While your hand is wet. So it's just like you're pulling little parts at it until it's all the way down. You grab the wrench, you have one rubber glove on. And it's not
Let's get back to it, man.
Alright. You go there, jam it. As the electricity arcs around you, it avoids your hand, but you could give me a dex save. Now. Okay. You're going to take... Sorry. You're going to take 22 points of lightning damage. As you manage to... As the shielding of the thing... As you pull your hand out, catches a lot of the electricity, but you still, you feel the jolt. Your body kind of seizes,
Yeah.
kind of flung backwards a bit. Yeah. But I need you to give me another damage roll. This is where it might count. Damage roll.
Nice.
Okay. You hit it, and this time when you pull your hand out, your hand doesn't come with the the wrench doesn't go. The wrench doesn't come with. No. Yeah. The wrench doesn't come with. As you hear that, you can see that you've wedged the wrench in with where there's a bit of a spacing, and as it gets stuck in there and it wants to turn, you can hear this horrible like clanging, like scraping sound as the machine's trying to spin still, and then it goes doom doom, and the whole thing just shuts down. You've shut down the engine, the thing powering the facility. You quickly, the rest of you, like Rowan, the lights that are lighting the inside area here go out. The Zan and Oscar, they have just loaded up the cart. The lights go out, and you could hear the guy who was that you told to take a lunch break scream out, go, "Oh, what the fuck now?" From like at the distance.
I'm gonna yell out. I'm gonna call him Segway from now on. I'm gonna yell out to Segway.
Oh, he's off somewhere. You just hear his voice, just pissed. At
Oh,
everyone.
okay. Then I'm just gonna yell out. I think everyone should just vacate the facility till we can get the power on, please.
Give me a perception.
Stand outside.
Persuasion check.
Alright. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make it sound like things are like breaking gears as well.
Okay. Because there's booming
Persuasion.
sounds and cracking sounds and shattering sounds happening.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Everyone
of them-
take an early lunch.
all of them look at you and they're like, all right. Someone goes, all right, 2 of you check on what's going on. Rest of us, lunchtime. Let's go. Come on. As they all go to take lunch, other than 2 of them, to check on what's happening.
Okay.
Zan, Oscar, what are you guys doing? And same with Rowan. What are you doing?
Have the people all like left and we just or
It's us, Rowan, and 2 other people, 2 gnomes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oscar just starts flicking his eyes towards those 2 gnomes that walked off.
All right.
Rowan, you can see 2 gnomes starting to enter,
Jog
like,
off
building
towards the
part.
gnomes.
Yeah.
Are they like directly below me? Like there's no scaffolding in the way?
One of them, no. The other one, yes, because they're trying to check what might have caused this. So they went 2 separate ways.
Alright.
Oscar is chasing after the one that isn't near the scaffolding. One is going towards the dragon to see if something near the dragon caused it.
I'm gonna head towards the gnomes as well.
Okay. So Zan and Oscar, you guys head to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to drop down on the one that I.
You know you're like 40 feet up. All right.
I'm good.
Squish
I
him.
will do it. I'll squish it.
It sounds like that Assassin's Creed dialogue. Yeah, like right on the
Yeah,
nose.
but like non-lethal.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, we'll see if this ends up being non-lethal.
Well,
All right.
maybe I can do it non-lethally, like not land on.
You just like land next to him, break
Okay.
your leg, and then
No,
punch
like-
him in the face.
Okay. So wait.
Sneak
wait.
attack. Wait, Pete.
Wait.
Does the fall damage also add sneak attack?
Wait. Let's walk
I'll
through
try to
this.
squish-
Rowan.
You know what?
No.
Rowan doesn't
No.
care.
You.
Rowan wouldn't care if he squashed him anyway. So
All right, Rowan.
Wow.
You break the contact of your what's called spider climbs your boots off the wall as you fall down, and you can see the gnome below you. It's about a 40-foot fall.
he's fine.
All right.
I'll be fine.
This is glorious.
You know what?
It's funny if you miss your attack
I
and you
wonder
break
how-
the scaffold.
Wait, it's
Now-
definitely.
Rowan's an assassin rogue, right? So this will
Yeah.
count as a crit if you hit. Correct?
Crit on falling damage.
A crit on falling damage.
No, wait.
Does it-
Give me a second. Don't worry about the falling damage.
No, I'm just imagining this, just being a rogue and just getting fucking murked by a falling scrawny ass gnome or a scrawny ass fucking half elf. Just boom.
Okay, this is taller than I thought.
Mind your own business, chewing some gum.
Okay, I'll say
The spleens in your
it's
eyeball.
it's about 80 feet.
80 feet.
Yeah,
what the
'cause
fuck?
You're in the middle of it.
Is that 40?
Well, I said 40, but I just looked up a modern day airplane hangar height, and they go up to
How
around
dare you look that up?
they go up to around 200 some feet. So, I'm saying in this time with what they're going to do, yeah, around.
Okay, fine.
I'll say
How-
70 feet. 70 feet.
That's
Okay.
only 7d6.
Yeah,
Would
so-
Rowan know how much it would hurt with his lucky cat figurine?
Yeah, 7. I'm telling you as the player, you already disengaged your boots. You're falling.
Oh, okay, well, then I guess he's falling.
The checking was just a courtesy to get the math right.
Oh, well, thanks.
All right, so 76. And I want to ask, are you falling on the gnome?
Yeah, you know what? Just do it. It's so much easier. Rowan would not give a bit.
All right,
Man, the power
You're
went
gonna
out.
take
Our last
11
project's
points.
exploded. At least
You're gonna-
nothing bad can happen now.
11. Wait, 11 points.
because your cat figurines.
Cat figurine. Okay.
Wait, yeah, you take half falling damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, you fall, how are you gonna try to knock this guy out?
I guess land on him.
Sneak
All right.
land.
No, I'll do it with my dagger.
Okay. Roll me an
This
attack.
guy's gonna just be a smear.
Roll me an attack roll with advantage. And are you? You're just attacking him, right?
Yes.
Okay. Done. Roll me attack with advantage.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
The sneak
And
attack.
isn't it an auto crit too? Because of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So can you roll again, and I'll just
You
subtract.
non-lethally
+5.
destroyed his brain.
Wait,
Wait, sorry.
69. Don't. If you just double the dice, it's 69. It's perfect.
All right, fine.
Perfect.
69 points of damage. Nice.
Nice.
That's our third nice for 69 today.
That's,
all right.
that's what he's gonna say as soon as he
So
Crunch.
even I would have said it didn't matter if you said non-lethal or not, because he's gonna take 11 points of falling damage and kill him. That's gonna kill him outright. Either way.
So
So
I was
as
like, I don't care.
yeah, as you land, you kind of land towards his back. You hear his neck snap as you hit him in the back of the head with the hilt of your knife. I'll just say you were trying to save his life. Doesn't matter. With 69 points of damage and the falling, you hear a
I wanna say
crack
this is the most damage
and
Roman's
just
ever
falls.
Wow.
I needed that so badly today.
Okay. So yeah,
You just Keebler that little motherfucker.
you just destroyed an unsuspecting gnome artificer. It's okay.
Nice.
I
It's
mean,
great. I love it.
Not the first. Well, never
I'd
mind.
say yeah. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say something.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the first time you as a player has done something this horrible.
Me as a player or me?
Yeah, as a player.
Listen.
10 dogs. Wait, oh, we
Dog
gotta.
was an
I'm up in the
accident.
kill sheet.
Okay.
It was an accident. That's because I'm a dumbass.
gnome
and I forgot
factory
the dogs
worker.
were there. But this time, I'm just
Okay.
chat.
So you knock him out. Zan and Oscar, as you follow him towards the building part.
Speed
of the
walking.
hangar. Yeah.
Like,
You just get a
sir, you
crawl.
forgot something.
Yep. He stops and turns around, and he's like, "What did I forget?
Reckless punches to the face.
Pray tell him.
Are you going? Is it just an attack?"
Yes, non-lethally if I
Okay.
can.
Yep. Non-lethal is possible. Just specify.
Okay.
Please.
Reckless punches. Okay. And -2 to all these.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well,
Go to sleep!
as you run up, you punch him, and he falls over, silent, unconscious. I'll say to save his life, because you said non-lethal, you don't do the other 2 punches.
I bring back my fist to punch him in the face, and then I'm like, nope, and then slide it to the side and punch the ground instead.
Okay.
All right, well that solves that problem.
Okay. So now what, Zan? Are we looting this place, or are we burning it down? What are you thinking?
Okay,
At
well-
this point, you would turn, Zan, as you hear, "What the hell is this?" And it's Segway. And he has a sandwich in one hand.
No.
As he's looking, and he's like, "What are you doing to him?"
Oscar.
No! as he like trying to back up, he drops his sandwich, he goes to run. Oscar, you catch up to him, and your
Yeah.
second attack is one of the other 2. That's fine.
Okay.
Attack him in the back of the head, drops to the ground, unconscious.
Okay.
Man, that guy's life sucks.
I'm gonna pick up the unconscious gnome on the floor, pull up my shoulder. Oscar, let's bring these guys like outside. I'm gonna try to detonate
hey.
this fucking dragon.
Before we do, check if he has any keys.
Oh,
There's
true.
like, he's the head of this place, right?
You're holding the guy who's
I'll-
in charge of the batteries. He might have important shit.
Yeah, I'll start looking through the battery guy, and Zane can.
Okay. Yeah, you find a few keys to unlock some of the places in the building. That's when Acrodak, you would see them carrying these gnomes that are knocked out. Agronak, you're still invisible. You're muted.
Hey.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're not muted.
You guys.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Aggie,
approach.
where you at?
I'm gonna, get up as close as I can and just sort of. Oh, I'm gonna pull out the little toy.
Okay.
And let it do a spark, and then put it back.
Alright. So I got a plan, guys. Where the hell's Rowan, by the way?
Is this place empty?
Yeah, it's empty.
Then
Can
he's
we
just gonna yell from the other side of the hangar. I'm a dead gnome over here.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, we should take care of that one too then. I'm gonna
if
head
we're,
over that way.
if we're destroying the factory, just stick them next to where we're setting off.
Yeah, let's get all the gnomes out of here, and then I'll see if I can blow up that power thing inside the dragon.
Okay. So that's actually good timing too, because they have when you go over there, Zan, as Oscar, Rowan, and Akranak are getting rid of the bodies. Or one body.
I'm carrying the 2 unconscious
Yeah.
gnomes on
Oscar,
my
put them
shoulders.
put them on top of the box in the cart, cover it with a drape so we can take a power source out of here.
I'll toss them on.
Okay. Zan, you open. You go up to where the body of the clockwork dragon is. You can see that they have undone the partitioning panel between what looks like where the power source is. It's open. It's revealed, and you could see that it has a similar function, and it's kind of it's almost it's not. I mean, sorry. It's not similar in design to what I described for what Agronek dealt with. It's actually like a charged crystal of sorts that
Okay.
you could see there's runic symbols and stuff that's just glyphed across of it. And there's
Right.
metal bands that are kind of holding it in place.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out to Oscar and Agronak. I'm like, you guys get that cart out of here, and I'm just gonna start firing away.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the cart and trying to pull it out as fast as I can.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna wait till I think I see them leaving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon towards the crystal.
How
gonna
far
back
away
up
are
a
you
bit.
standing?
I'll say about what's the range of spiritual? 60 feet.
Okay. You're
And then-
near the entrance to the doorway.
Okay, then I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol, wrap it around my finger, and then start guiding bolting it while my spiritual weapon is fucking firing.
What is your spiritual weapon look like?
It looks
A
like
helmet.
a very big helmet and a hand on the back of it, just going like this.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna ask you to hit anything because it's stationary. And the damage, since you said you were gonna just keep casting it.
Yeah. Keep casting guiding bolt while the
Yeah.
helmet smashes it.
Yep. Guiding bolt hits. Spiritual weapon smacks it a few times, and you can hear king, ting, king, and it goes. You hear it hit king, and then but at the end, of that sound, it goes up in pitch. As yep, it's like king, and then it's like as Zan, as you go to turn, you feel a massive force behind you, and it blows you forward out the door. I'm not gonna even ask for a deck save, just because. Yeah.
Just go through some buildings.
You said you were 60 feet. I'm gonna reduce 66s from this.
Oh no. Good thing I casted 8 on myself. Oh, that's not bad.
You take 37 points of force damage and are blown out the front door. As your rolling comes to a stop, Moogly looks at you from the alleyway and sees what you've done. As you can see, at this point, the hangar, it's collapsing. He's like,
I stand up, I dust myself off, I look at Moogly, I kind of tip my helmet, shut the visor, turn, and just start walking down the street.
All
Cool
right.
Zans don't look at explosions.
Okay. Oscar, Rowan, Agronak, you guys have taken the car out of there when you hear the same as the whole building starts to rumble and collapse. Large metal beams falling, landing on the floor. The whole place is falling down. You guys make it out of there. The gnomes are in shock and awe that are nearby, that have went on a nearby lunch break. As a lot of them starts coming running back.
Definitely problem with the batteries. You guys should check that out.
All right. So, that's that. I want to know where you guys are going as a group now.
I'm gonna try to circle back around to Moogly. I think she took sending this morning.
Yeah.
Moogly's gonna message, who's Moogly? No, Agronak. Agronak, where are we meeting?
We're gonna go 3 blocks south and 1 block west from where the factory was.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are gonna meet up there.
Yep.
Still want to know where you guys are headed afterwards, if anywhere.
I guess she'll send another message to Michelle. Michelle, we're done on our side. Where are we all meeting? Do we have a place?
All right. This is where we'll go back to Michelle Victor and now Inspira.
Just sobbing.
Wait, so when did Inspira show up?
Well, no. She will.
She's about to show up.
Yep.
Okay.
Victor, Michelle, you guys are standing over what's happening. What just happened. And as you guys are about to take action and go on after realizing what's happening, you see, you hear a familiar voice walking up to you, and this would be Inspira. Inspira has a net full of pigeons.
Wait, I thought I dropped this off already.
Oh yeah, you dropped it off, sorry.
Yeah.
As you're walking up, Inspira, you see what looks like Michelle is standing over what looks like a pool of blood and someone laying in it, attached to some sort of kind of a restraint and skeleton kind of shape that mimics a larger humanoid. And then you see another similar figure, but it's just kind of like trying to like get out of his restraint, and Victor trying to help get this person out of the restraint. And you can see the person who's trying to get out is Don Gigante. His clothing is somewhat soaked in blood, but he seems alive. He seems pissed. He's just trying to like wriggle out of the situation. The other one, as you walk up, you notice it's Lawston, and he is unmoving in his pool of blood. All right.
Oh man, Isabella like looks down and she's like, "Well, that's surprising. I guess Lawson was still alive.
Where's Zan?
I have no idea. I know they're off causing chaos in the theory.
You weren't with Zan? No, you're off. Oh no. Oh no.
By the way, the Clockwork Guards walked away that were near you guys.
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yeah. You would
just stroll up like, "Hey
Oh, yeah.
guys, what's going on?"
You only strolled up after seeing that they were leaving, and once they kind of got out of view, you walked up and you realized they're just standing out there in the middle of the street. There's nobody else. Yep.
So, what is this contraption, and how do we get Don Gigante out of it before he turns into another pile of goo?
It looks. Huh? Go on.
I don't know.
I'm trying. You're being pretty
Fussy.
casual about this, Inspira.
I thought that all of them were dead and turned into goo. We still have his body. He's resurrectable. We've got a cleric.
But he's dead. It's not the point of he could be resurrected or not. It's the fact that he's dead.
Yeah.
Can you just please help me take this thing off?
Sure,
And
but we
look
want to.
around.
Sure, actually, this is a great idea. Sure, I want to try and get the thing off of Loston because if there's a way that will make it worse, I can at least experiment on an already
Yeah.
dead body.
Not wrong.
It'll maybe mangle a corpse. Who cares?
All right.
Like, is this like a saw type thing?
No,
like...
no. It's kind of a simple contraption, and it has a few holding points.
Like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, it has a few holding points. There are holding points near the wrist, near the upper arms, and then
It's like a booster seat.
same with their legs. There's a harness around their waist, their ankles, and then their neck finally, and then up here too. That kind of keeps their head back wherever it should be, and it seems like it's adjustable to kind of put them in the right position to make it look semi-natural if they were standing up with longer limbs and stuff like that.
Can I do maybe perhaps?
These are metal bands that are holding them in place.
Maybe could I do like a? I'm assuming that. I mean, having not been here to listen, I'm assuming that this just bent lost in the very wrong way. Is
No,
that a
no.
correct?
No. When you go up, give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Okay. You could see that he's been stabbed. What's called? And what really did it is it seems like there's an injury that's like in his upper chest around his lungs. And it's a gash that goes straight in. Otherwise, some of the other injuries, they look pretty, painful, but at least they look cauterized.
Okay.
And similar kind of sharp piercing weapons that's cauterized those few wounds here or there.
Well, this is a fun little torture device.
You also don't see, I'll say with the medicine check, you also don't see that there's any stab, there's no like knives or anything to this get up. There is a place where around the hip of the whole construction, there is a harness and what looked like a place for a rapier to go, as if whoever Lawson was meant to portray was wearing a rapier.
Oh, so they're like little weird marionette things.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's terrible. All right.
Doesn't look like a
As
torture device. It just looks like a restraining device.
As Inspira is like trying to figure out, could I do? What would it be like an investigation check to figure out how to pop this out? Insight? Like what do you? What would you...
Intel. I'll say it's yeah, it's an investigation.
Gotcha. I'm gonna investigate again using the Loston one as a.
I'm just gonna be. Oh, okay.
I've rolled 3 times today. 2 of them have been natural 20s. 1 of them has been a natural 1.
Yeah, you have no idea. It looks like there's a small pinhole, but on each of the kind of clasps, like a tiny little pin, but you have no idea. Maybe long enough that, or small enough that a nail can fit in.
Yes. I feel like that's a very in-character expression too. She's picking through this. She's like, I have no idea how to get this thing
and that's
off.
where you can see the latch is.
Yeah.
It's like right above where the latch is. So.
Let's see. Come on, think, Conspira.
You see Don Gigante's furious and mad, but he can't talk because there's like something covering his mouth.
Okay. Is it like something in the thing covering his mouth,
No,
or is it?
it's an additional thing that's been put on him.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was a rag, she was just gonna tear it off.
No.
Okay, I'll go over to Don Gigante then,
Okay.
and see if I can figure out how to get the thing off of his mouth, because at least he knows magic. Maybe
Okay.
he can cast something.
As you look at him, you realize he can't talk. He's trying to talk, but he can't talk. And then he kind of keeps glancing downwards.
I glance down at what he's glancing at.
Give me a insight check. Okay.
Wow.
No
rolls.
As he's glancing downwards at, like, he's just looking like at you, and then looks down. He looks at you. He looks down, and then you can tell he's trying to like signal something, tell you something, but you're not sure what.
What kind of check can I do? I mean, I've been looking at him for
longer. Inspira walks up and doesn't notice, but you also notice that John is kind of shaking or tapping his right foot.
Okay.
Or trying to like shake his right foot where his boots is.
Alright.
And he's just kind of like, and then he looks at you, Victor, that you've noticed something, and then he looks down again.
Okay, I'll try his foot.
Okay. You get towards his boot. What? What do you do?
I guess I'll investigate it.
God, why are we terrible?
Also, you guys, if you guys have an idea, you guys can do the idea without making a roll too.
As fair as like, what you looking at there, Victor? Is there something with his foot?
He kept shaking his foot.
And he continues to shake it, like his
I'm gonna. Is he wearing like zip boots or something? I'm gonna try it. I'm assuming he's got something in his boot.
It's tied. You have to untie it, but yeah.
Okay, I'll tie it.
Okay, you untie it. You pull off his boot, and you notice on the inside of his boot, it's a small thing attached to the leather part of his boot on the inside that would rest along his leg, and it's a small, it's a few small devices strapped. One, it looks like a little pin with like a kind of a push device at the end. Like, so it looks like a syringe, but doesn't have a tip, and it's narrow and thin. The other two one looks kind of like a hook, and the other one looks like kind of like a jagged key picking thing. So you have
thieves tools?
Yeah, and it looks like 3 different thieves tools.
Okay.
I just put my hand out here. Let me try.
I pass him to Mish.
Okay. All right, Michelle. You can either give me an intelligence check to see which one you should use for them, or you could just try them all out, figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through them.
Okay.
See which worthwhile to pick. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a 4. Oh my god. I take the picks into my hand. Okay, I'm gonna need a little help with this, and I enhance ability, dexterity.
Okay.
Let's get it. And I just start attempting to pick.
Yeah. The lockpicks fit, but as you go towards the object to try to pick apart, he keeps shaking his head. And
what the fuck is wrong with you? I thought we were meant to pick this.
He's looking at you like in the eyes. He looks at your hand, and he looks at you, and he looks at your hand again.
Maybe there's a specific one you have to use.
I hold each one up individually, see if it's like a yes or no.
As you hold up the syringe-like one, eventually, like that's the last one you hold up. He's like, he nods with little movement he can. He nods, and
I point towards him. Are we gonna use this on you? Okay. How the hell do we use this?
Well, there's little points, at least on Lawson's, there's little points.
As you push, as you take a look at what it is,
Yep.
you push on it. You can see at the end a little kind of like twisted metal spring comes out and like latches out like this. But when you retract it, it comes back, and you realize it's a type of key.
This is so weird.
As it comes out, and you can see teeth on either side.
Well,
There was
aren't there little pinholes?
Yeah, little pinholes.
Yeah, but the
points.
pin itself is the syringe,
Yeah.
and you realize that's how it works.
Inspira like points out the different pinholes to Michelle.
No, that's weird. I use it.
Okay. Yeah, and each one unlocks. Then you see he quickly grabs the other two, picks. And once he's free, he goes over, points at the thing, and then tries to, jam one of them into the into the little pinholes. And as you do, you see a thin wire just come out and go slide down. And it's like he looks at you, and then he looks at the key in your hand, and he quickly grabs it, tucks it away. You could see the whatever's covering his mouth. He's not even bothering to take off right now because, he can't see it. He also goes over to Lawston and then quickly undoes his. Lawston, still laying there. What are you guys doing?
Well, I need to get to Zan. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
How fast can you get there?
I was pointing to my Pegasus. Pretty fast.
Okay, that's
I'm probably
fair.
gonna be going right now.
Do you need my assistance, or should I be here with Victor? Where's Drake?
He's in the
Victor
tower,
will-
probably.
Yeah, Victor will tell you everything. I'm gonna be going.
All
I need
right,
to make sure I don't lose Lawston.
chord speed.
Okay, so you grab Lawston, throw him on your Pegasus, start flying. You guys realize the people are starting to fill the streets again. Come back in, and as you realize that, you start, trying to find like Don Gigante runs off to try to find a place. You can see he kind of like gestures you guys to follow him. He leads you guys to the secret, tunnels underneath, and then quickly grabs a few things, and then as he's leaving, he pulls like 5 bricks from the walls, and as he does, the whole place starts to kind of shake, and you could see he's all like, he's upset, he's mad, he's walking back out the hallway with the rest of you guys, and then he looks at you all like,
Did he take his mouth thing off yet?
no, because he doesn't know how.
Oh.
I'll
He can't really
I'll
look
try.
at it.
Okay, can't really look at it. Wait, he can't really look at it, or I can't really look at it?
You can look at it, but I don't know if
Alright,
he'll trust you.
Inspira is gonna gently approach. She's like, Don Gigante, may I please inspect your mouth contraption? See if I can figure a way out. Okay.
Then he takes a little rock, scrawls on the wall. Where are the rest of them? Where's a safe place? Like, because he doesn't know you guys were with, Dimitri and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we don't know where the safe place is anymore.
Well, Dimitri said to meet in the same place you guys were at.
Okay, just kidding. We do know the place to go.
He scrolls on the wall, take me there.
Okay.
So, Michelle, fly over, give me a survival check.
Does he
20?
receive those messages yet?
Not 20, but
As he's flying, he would receive him.
Moogly, can you just step outside in the middle of the road so I can find you easily?
We're next to a Jed's tuna shop.
God, why a tuna shop?
It was lunch break.
I'm gonna be looking for a Jed's tuna shop.
Yeah, with your survival, you would find it. As you bring your Pegasus down, there's a lot of people that look at you, look at the Pegasus in awe. Then,
Yeah. You see me, the Pegasus flies down to a stop. I jump off the Pegasus with a gnome in my arms, and I just run over to Zan.
Zan,
What's going on?
you can see this gnome's been stabbed, has bled out, is dead. And I'm sure you
how
know
long-
who this person is too.
Oh god, how long has he been dead?
I don't know. 20 minutes? It took a while to fly.
I only have Revivify. You have to wait till tomorrow
I have
You
to
can-
wait till tomorrow?
I asked you this morning which one to take, and you said Revivify.
Why do you listen to me?
Because you're smart sometimes, you dumbass.
Because you're smart sometimes, you dumbass.
Fuck. Okay, we need to
I
find a
can't
place to
lose
hide.
Austin.
I'll bring him back. We just need to find a place to hide.
You can see Moogly kind of puts an arm around you, Michelle, and goes, "Help will bring him back."
Thank you. And you just see like he's all very like snotty and
Yeah, he's been crying on the way here, like his snot kind of dried up, like across his
Yeah.
face, you know, like around his cheek.
Wait, is Victor okay?
Victor's fine. Victor's with Dawn right now as well as Inspira.
The Don's with us? Okay, explain to me later. Let's just, you can't carry all of us. Make trips.
Okay.
We'll just
Victoria?
yeah.
Yeah.
Want to take some trips?
The only thing, as you guys will make the trips. The only thing I want to know is how you guys are gonna get this cart, power core, in one of them, out of here.
Yeah, Michelle, we got this, like, very large crate. There's a dragon power core in it.
Like
I don't know.
a big crystal?
It-
like
It's
like
like
a machine thing.
with a
Okay.
crystal on the inside.
why?
I figured we could use it to nuke something. Plus, they don't have it anymore. Don't ask about the big smokestack down the street either.
Yeah, you would have seen that.
That was one of the easiest ways I found you. I literally just flew up, saw a smokestack, and all I thought was, well, yeah, that's Zen, and that's Oscar doing that for you.
Do we have a place to stay? Is there another mansion set up?
I don't know about Dimitri. Who knows what Dimitri's up to?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Rowan, do you know what
Bro.
Dimitri's up to?
Bro, you're there listening to them curse out each other.
You're muted.
No.
Rowan's just glaring at. What did you say though, Michelle? Wasn't listening.
Oh, I
Too
don't know what.
busy.
Michelle,
I
believe-
forgot. I'm very frantic at the moment. I'm just out of it. You know, having your best friend die in front of you from your other best friend really hurts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's right, you're a twofer right now. Okay.
Yes.
If we're gonna carry this big nuke thing back, I think it'd be best if Moogly, Oscar, and Egernak dragged it at the same time.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
way, Oscar was the one that pulled the cart.
No sweat. He's a big boy.
Well, I can enhance abilities if that's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we?
We got multiple people. It should be fine. You can probably save your spells.
Okay. So you guys, the three of you guys, gonna push the cart back, while Michelle, Zan, and Rowan are gonna kind of take turns flying
Yeah.
back. Okay.
If I
I'm
get
gonna
questioned
stay
by
with the-
people, I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
them.
stay. Sorry.
Oh no, you go.
I'm gonna
your
stay with
friend's
the
dead.
cart and have Loston be in the cart with me.
Okay. All right.
Just got card of unconscious or dead gnomes.
Real quick, I'm assuming at some point, I know we're glossing over it to move along a little bit, but I'm assuming Inspira would probably have time to be like, Victor, you need to tell me exactly what happened.
Well, we showed up to the fight, and Drake was there, or someone that looked like Drake, and I fought him, and I realized that it wasn't Drake, and I thought it was just some clone that he had created. And I got, well, it turned out to be Loston. That first version, I got them pretty close to death, and then another Drake appeared and fatally stabbed the first one. And I almost killed the second one, but Michelle revived him, and we saw that that was Don, and the first one was Loston. They were hooked up to those contraptions that you saw, and disguised by magic to look like Drake.
Well, I knew he was gonna do something to wean me out of being at the fight. That's dastardly.
Yeah. So I'm not
Ugh.
sure. I mean, I guess he just wanted to be dastardly because he said he would see us tomorrow at the tower. So that's where he wanted to fight all along, I suppose.
Well, seems like he did this to try to break your spirit. So how are you feeling?
Not great.
And Sparrow, like, you can tell that Sparrow, like, doesn't really know how to say because she's really bad at this. But she, like, puts, like, kind of, like, very uncomfortably puts a hand on, like, Victor's shoulder, and she's like, you can't let him get into your head right now. I am not great at consoling people, but what I will say is this. If you let what he's done to you today psych you out of what you need to do tomorrow, then, well, it might as well have just been you in there as well. You can't let him win. Don't let him defeat you in mind, so you can defeat him utterly.
You're right.
Alright. And I'll say that was done when you realized that in the alleyway, now hidden behind some boxes and debris, is the door. Is another door, slightly in a different location. And after you guys entered, soon later, the rest of the group starts to arrive. You guys realize the cart won't fit inside the mansion.
Does the crate?
No. Because it's a large box and it fits like basically filling up the crate almost.
Is this a magical mansion or something else?
It's the Magnificent Mansion?
Dude doesn't have a garage?
No.
What mansion is this?
No. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
No, he should have cast Garasi's Garrosh Garage for that one. I am making that a spell now.
Do you guys have stuff to disguise this crate for now? Make it look like trash or something? Throw some blankets on it?
No.
Don't you have a
I don't.
blanket?
You guys can grab, trash and debris from the alleyways and try to cover it up too.
Alright, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is where we're gonna end it today. I know we're ending on a slightly bummer note, and Ian, I know you didn't get to play long. However, I hope the rest of you watching and those of you playing enjoyed the session. We'll be back next Friday, hopefully.
Definitely.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, next Friday is
Definitely.
our one-shot Halloween kind of session that is not run by me.
Let's get
but
spooky, y'all.
It'll be run by me,
Run
and
by
we'll
Ian.
actually get to
Yay.
kill other people. If we're killing each other, it won't be tragic.
Yeah.
It'll just be funny.
It will just be funny.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend all this week effing around on Roll20 because I am going on vacation.
You're gonna
Yeah.
spend like a whole day on Roll20. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited.
Nice.
So spread the word. You guys too. Tell everyone you know. And hopefully some of the artwork stuff gets done. I know I have to work on new layouts, but I'm sure things will work out. We were questionable role models. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will be back in 1 week with a one-shot for Halloween.
Woo!
Halloween. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I have
What?
to say, my visual of that Victor fight was hilarious. It was just Victor sprinting up to him, grabbing him, pushing him to the ground.
Yeah.
That was more of a bully move than any. Like, it really was a playground fight because it's just like, nerd. Nerd.
Every time he got back up, you just ran back and pushed
Yeah,
him.
well,
push
I
it
had
back down,
advantage
man.
on the grapples. I had to use it.
That's why I really tried to like. I was trying not to like give it away, but oh god, that played out really well.
Oh
I
yes.
would